Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Survival in the Wasteland. Deduction of Pupil Technique. White Eyes at the Beginning. Chapter 81. The moment the game prompt sounded, Su Yu has woken up from the state of practice. After casually glanced at the leaderboard, Su Yu directly opened the backpack and checked the rewards he got this time. Hiss. There are even more rewards this time. When the game progresses to the second half, in addition to more and more dangers, the first place will naturally get more and more rewards. After thinking briefly, Su Yu decided to open the resource box first. Ding! You have successfully opened the Advanced Resource Gift Pack X10. Obtain Gold Nugget, Meteorite Iron Nugget, Agate, Silver Nugget, Cold Iron X1000. Ding! You have successfully opened the Advanced Material Supply Package X10. Get Ham Sausage, Kong Shui Fu Instant Noodles, Bird Vodka X800. Ding! You have successfully opened the Premium Material Gift Pack by 5 inches. Obtain Cloud Dragon Stone, Magic Crystal, Healing Wood, Golden Phoebe X500. After the golden light, various props appeared in Su Yu's backpack. Hey, the materials for the Cloud Dragon formation seem to be complete. After seeing what was released in the gift package of special effects materials, Su Yu was overjoyed. The Yunlong formation that I obtained can finally be arranged. After reviewing the obtained materials, Su Yu turned his attention to the treasure chest he had killed. Just open it all at once. Think like this. Su Yu directly opened all the treasure chests in his backpack. In the next second, streaks of golden light lit up from Su Yu's body. Ding! You have successfully opened the gold level drawing treasure chest X2, and obtained a blueprint for the Laser Tower, a gold level animal training ground blueprint. Ding! You have successfully opened the gold level equipment treasure chest X2, and obtained Light Cloud Saber gold level Qian Dragon Scale Armor gold level. Put those blueprints in your backpack. Su Yu set his sights on the 2 pieces of golden equipment. The Scarlet Flame Dragon Scale Armor and the Scarlet Flame Dragon Scale Leggings that he is currently equipped with are made of the same material. Isn't it a suit? Thinking of this, Su Yu looked at the armor made of red lingia in his hand. Red Flame Dragon Scale Armor. Durability 80/80ths, Strength plus 1/5, Defense plus 80, Sensitivity plus 1/5, Weight plus 10. Included BCCA skills. Shield of Scarlet Flame. After opening this skill, it can quickly form a shield, which can resist the full blow of sea-level beasts. The duration is 1 minute, and the cooling time is 8 hours. Special effect. When a player is equipped with 2 sets of Red Flame Dragon Scales at the same time, when using the skill Red Flame Shield, it will be strengthened to a certain extent, which is enough to withstand the full blow of a B-level beast. The duration is 2 minutes, and the cooling time is 4 hours. Really, it's really a set effect. After a flash of red light, the Red Flame Dragon Scale Armor was directly equipped by Su Yu. He could feel that there was a connection between the Red Flame Dragon Scale Armor and the Red Flame Dragon Scale Eye Protection. As long as you activate that Scarlet Flame Shield skill, you can directly use the amplified effect. As for Qingyun Saber, Su Yu glanced at it and put it in his backpack. Now he already has the gold level weapon Shadowless Sword. He also cultivated Dugu 9 swords to a high level. Will not switch to other weapons for now. Now, only you are left. Su Yu set his sights on the only prize left in his backpack. Golden Treasure Map. After opening, you will get a map of the Golden Treasure Chest. Players must find the treasure chest within the specified time and successfully open it. Otherwise outdated and invalid. In the Wasteland world, the treasure map is an explicit treasure chest map. After opening, you can get the location of a golden treasure chest. But after opening, it will be accompanied by certain dangers. Usually there will be a powerful beast accompanying the treasure chest. When seeing this treasure map, Su Yu suddenly remembered that there was a bronze-ranked treasure map in his backpack. Let's find time to drive together. Thinking of this, Su Yu walked into the bedroom. Sitting cross-legged on the bed, he began to practice with his eyes closed. Now Su Yu doesn't need to sleep anymore. He only needs to practice cross-legged for 2 hours a day to gain enough energy. After Su Yu began to practice, the Yi Jin Jing of physical strength began to work. Surrounded by bursts of spiritual power fluctuations, his clothes were blown into balloons. Vaguely, Sunning has a feeling that he is about to break through. When the shock wears off, the entire Wasteland world returned to peace. When all the players fell asleep, on a small island in the east, a golden light suddenly burst out. Soaring straight into the sky, the clouds in the sky were instantly shattered. After a long time, the golden light slowly dissipated. The whole world was silent again. When the time came to 9 o'clock, Suyu slowly opened his eyes. At this time, his physical strength and spiritual strength have been replenished. Start a brand new day. Stretching his waist, he walked towards the outside of the house. Master, breakfast is ready. Seeing that its owner woke up, the sundry robot walked towards Suyu with flashing red eyes and said, As Suyu walked out of the room, the screen in the live broadcast room had switched automatically. The originally quiet live broadcast room was filled with bullet screens in an instant. Various words of celebration and congratulations were sent out by netizens. Boss Su got up so early today. Yes, I used to get up at noon. Salted fish. Pay attention to your tone of voice. Is this an attitude towards the 4 consecutive championships? When Suyu successfully climbed to the top of the 4th night list, many Longguo netizens gave him the title of quadruple champion. As everyone passes on, time will soon pass. Everyone has recognized this title. Likewise, the world situation, with Suyu reaching the top again, has changed drastically. The countries headed by the United States no longer dare to make any small moves against the Dragon Kingdom. They are very clear that the current Dragon Kingdom is no longer something they can stop. When Suyu successfully broke through the 5th night, the rewards brought out are enough to make Dragon Kingdom a powerful country. Instead of continuing to be tough, it is better to lie dormant and wait for the opportunity in secret. Ding, you consume Alloy X 3000, Chrome Block X 1000, Magic Spar X 500, Energy Source Stone X 100, successfully built the Laser Tower. Ding, you consume Wood Block X 2000, Alloy X 2000, Soil X 18000, Iron Block X 1800, Fine Sand X 2000, successfully build a gold level taming farm. Accompanied by a system prompt. In the Suyu camp, there was an extra 5-meter high tower, with a transparent crystal directly above it, and the inside was filled with terrifying laser light. It is the Laser Tower, a defensive building with all-round attack capabilities. Besides, next to the original animal training ground, there is an additional animal training ground with a wider range. It is a grass field surrounded by an alloy fence. As long as the beast is sent inside, the system will automatically domesticate it. Gold Level Taming Farm. It is an upgraded version of the ordinary taming farm. In it, you can tame ferocious beasts below D level. When Suyu built this gold level taming farm, I have already thought about it. I want to tame a fierce beast. Flying beast. Currently, the monster egg in Suyu's backpack has not shown any signs of hatching. That's why he set his sights on the golden beast taming field, taking this opportunity to tame a flying beast. It is now used as a means of transportation. You must know that the sky is definitely faster than the land. In addition, Suyu, who is high in the sky, can better use the ability of white eyes to detect the location of the treasure chest more easily. After building the cloud dragon formation first, let's go look for the beast. Thinking of this, Suyu set his sights on Yunlongzhen in the backpack. Rewarded through yesterday's system, now he has collected all the materials needed for the cloud dragon formation. The cloud dragon formation can be arranged. Without hesitation, Suyu directly took out the formation from the backpack and learned it successfully. Ding, you have successfully learned the cloud dragon formation. Accompanied by the sound of the game prompt, the white scroll in his hand turned into several beams of white light, which quickly poured into Suyu's mind. Immediately, Suyu felt that there was a lot of information in his mind. This information is about the usage and arrangement steps of the cloud dragon formation. So that's how it is, it's still possible to do this. After taking out all the materials needed for the cloud dragon formation from the backpack, Suyu started to act, setting up the cloud dragon array. I saw Suyu holding the materials needed for the formation in his hand. Every few steps, he would plant a few camphor woods and a piece of cloud dragon stone on the ground. Pressing his fingers hard, these materials would go deep into the ground and stretch out. According to the drawings in his mind, Suyu placed each material in a reasonable position. Time passed little by little. The movements in Suyu's hands became more and more proficient, and the speed of arrangement became faster and faster. Everyone in the live broadcast room was puzzled by Suyu's behavior. Just came in, what is Suyu doing? It's been like this since we had breakfast. We don't know what Boss Su is doing, and we dare not ask. Could it be farming? What is that blue spar? It's definitely not farming. Suyu has so many resources, he doesn't need to farm at all. I think it should be setting some kind of trap. Stop joking. Boss Su still needs to set up traps. Do you look down on Suyu? Just when everyone was discussing heatedly, Suyu paused for a moment. Ding, you have successfully deployed the Cloud Dragon formation. After the game prompt sounded, the materials that were originally buried deep in the ground emerged with faint beams of light, connecting them together. Suddenly, a sudden change occurred. Shish. Puffs of huge white smoke emerged from the ground and quickly surrounded the entire camp. With the smoke from the camp, more and more gathered. A huge cloud of mist began to gather in the sky. Above the clouds and mist, 10 electric dragons could be vaguely seen churning. This giant dragon is covered in white smoke, exuding dazzling brilliance under the sun, with a vigorous body and powerful dragon claws, galloping freely in the clouds and waves. Ah! After the giant white dragon roared towards the sky, it flew straight up into the clouds, completely dissipated in the clouds. What is this? Is this a dragon? My mother! I knew it. Every action of Mr. Su. There must be some commotion. I got it. This is the camp formation. I don't know where Boss Su got it, I feel that the level is not low. Suyu's expression remained indifferent, as if he had already guessed the appearance of the dragon. He had already understood the function of the Cloud Dragon formation long before the arrangement. To put it simply, the Yunlong formation is equivalent to the protection formation of the camp. When the camp is in danger, it will be turned on automatically. Countless white smoke is ejected to trap invading enemies. At the same time, a giant white dragon will emerge from the cloud to attack the invading enemies. Suyu is also very satisfied with this. If something foreign invades the camp when I am fighting, the effect of the Cloud Dragon formation will be revealed. Turn it on together with the defense equipment in the camp to ensure that it will never come back. It's time to find a flying beast. Thinking this way, Suyu has come to the animal training ground. He reached out and patted the flame red tiger's big head to wake it up, and said slowly, "Let's go, to find a flying beast today, to be with you." Ah, ah, under the caress of its master, the flame red tiger woke up slowly, and jumped out of the fence with a vertical leap. Waving its big tail, it seems to be urging the owner to hurry up. Walk. Suyu jumped onto the tiger and disappeared into the camp together with the white tiger, and rushed towards the distance. In a dense forest, one man and one tiger are driving fast. Under Suyu's deliberate guidance, the flame red tiger stopped in front of a huge ancient tree. The quaint giant tree has long branches extending outwards, and many branches are like a huge open seat. The rough bark has experienced the baptism of years, and the lines are like a few white pythons flying on it. Suyu's goal is naturally not the ancient tree in front of him. It's a ferocious beast perched on an ancient tree. That is the beast of the birds, and birds that can still be famous for its speed and strength among the many D-level beasts. Cry, beep, beep, cry, cry, cry. It can be clearly heard that there are sharp chirping sounds from the treetops of the old trees. It was an extremely handsome golden eagle. It is 4 meters long and has a wingspan of 6 meters. The color of the head and neck is yellowish-brown, and the bases of the 2 wing feathers are decorated with white except for the outermost 3. The rest of the body is golden yellow, which looks dazzling under the sun. Phantom glass golden sculpture. Level D grade. Description: known for its agile and powerful flight, feeds on large and medium-sized birds and beasts, flies extremely fast. This phantom glass golden sculpture is the target of Suyu's trip. This golden eagle is extremely fast and is the most ideal flying mount. As early as 1 kilometer away, Suyu spotted it. Only then did he direct the flame red tiger to come. 570. At this moment, the magic glass golden sculpture on the ancient tree seemed to smell a stranger. The golden pupils tightened instantly. Cry, cry. With a flap of its big wings, it rolled up gusts of wind and waves, and flew into the air. His gaze was fixed on Suyu below. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. When it saw Suyu for the first time, its animal instinct told it the answer. The man in front of me is not his opponent. Run away. In fact, the magic glass golden eagle did the same. Gee, he raised his noble head, let out a cry, and was about to flee into the distance. Where to go? Suyu naturally won't let go of the target he found with great difficulty. He threw up the spider web that he had prepared long ago. Shish! A huge spider web was lifted high into the air by Suyu, covering the magic glass golden eagle who wanted to escape. Brush! Suyu pulled hard with his left hand. The spider web and the magic glass golden eagle were pulled down together. Boom! After a loud bang, the dust flies, the fields collapse. The Wangli golden eagle passed out immediately after being hit by the earthquake. Back to camp. After picking up the spider web, Suyu jumped onto the flame red tiger's back again and rushed towards the camp. Only then did everyone in the live broadcast room wake up. It turned out that the spider web prepared by Suyu in advance was to trap the golden eagle. Now, they also understood Suyu's purpose of catching the golden eagle. It must be domesticated and used as a mount. When I think about it, Suyu in the future, can step on a handsome golden eagle and fly in the air chicly. It made them jealous. In the camp, Suyu has already put the magic glass golden eagle into the gold level taming farm for domestication. You're the only one left. While talking to himself, 2 treasure maps appeared in Suyu's hand. Bronze level treasure map, gold level treasure map. Ding, you have successfully opened the gold level treasure map. Next moment, the golden treasure map turned into a light curtain and appeared in front of Suyu's eyes. On the light curtain, a map and 2 dots are being marked. One of the golden dots is the location of this treasure map. Only seen on the screen. There is also a countdown. Remaining time to open the treasure, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Without further ado, Suyu mounted the flame red tiger again and rushed towards the location marked on the map. He has roughly calculated, the position of the light spot is not too far from my side. The flame red tiger ran with all its strength. Within 1 hour, it was enough to reach the destination. Under the scorching sun, 1 man and 1 tiger, driving on the barren grassland. Some fierce beasts appeared on the way. They all died of Suyu, under the violent fire element, turned into a deduction point. After an hour, the flame red tiger stopped abruptly and stopped in a desolate valley. This position coincides with the point of light on the map. This is it. Suyu looked at the countdown in front of him. 2 hours left, totally enough. After opening his white eyes, he looked towards the valley in front of him. Passing through layers of dilapidated rocks and withered vegetation, Suyu saw a golden treasure chest lying safely in a cave in the middle of the valley. However, in this cave, besides the treasure chest, there is also a huge figure. It was a huge King Kong with a body size of 8 meters. The whole body is covered with long black hair, the arms are unusually long, reaching 2 meters, and the huge fist is full of strength. The bloody mouth is full of sharp fangs, like the fangs of a tiger. With the ups and downs of the chest, the 2 nostrils spew out streams of gas, blowing away the surrounding dust. Manic King Kong. Grade: C+ level. Description: the real king of the forest, with a strong body and great strength. Even the lion and the ferocious leopard known as the king of beasts will shy away from it. Accompanied by the appearance of Suyu and Flame Red Tiger, Manic King Kong has already felt their breath. The dark face revealed quite human anger, as if annoyed that someone disturbed its rest. I saw that Manic King Kong walked out of the cave directly, with a body like an iron tower, leaping high from the valley. Boom! After landing, the surrounding earth trembled. This is a C+ grade beast, Manic King Kong. When Guo Qingfeng saw the pagoda-like figure appearing, he had already started explaining to everyone. This Manic King Kong is the overlord of the forest. With a pair of iron fists, there are no ferocious beasts to rival it, and when it gets angry, it will enter a state of madness. At that time, it can fight with ordinary B-level ferocious beasts. However, its speed is very slow. I believe that Suyu can easily avoid its attack with his flexible speed. Everyone in the live broadcast room heard that this is a C+ level beast. Immediately disappointed, In their view, this kind of powerful beast was entirely for Su Yusu. As long as Su Yu uses that weird movement technique, he can kill this Vajra with a kite. However, Su Yu's next move frightened everyone. Roar! Manic King Kong roared loudly, stretched out a huge iron fist and blasted towards Su Yu's direction. Just when they thought Su Yu would avoid it flexibly, a terrifying scene happened. I saw that Su Yu didn't dodge at all, but stretched out his fist, intending to fight Manic King Kong with fist. What is he thinking? That's Manic King Kong. Want to have a head-to-head confrontation with it? Boom boom boom. A loud bang. The surrounding air became thinner. In the wind, everyone saw that Su Yu's fist collided violently with Manic King Kong's giant fist. One person and one beast, the ground under their feet began to sink, and the shock wave caused by the collision of fists turned everything around them into nothingness. Under the mighty force of Manic King Kong, Su Yu's figure remains motionless. However, Manic King Kong began to lack strength, and his body began to fall backwards. The huge fist oozes a lot of blood. This irritated Manic King Kong. It is invincible in boxing, why has it suffered such grievances? Ah! Manic King Kong beat his chest and roared, his hard chest was slapped with a bang, his pupils turned from black to dark red, and his hair, which was originally silky, stood up like giant thorns. He has been successfully irritated by Su Yu and entered the berserk mode. Ah! With a loud roar, Manic King Kong rushed towards Su Yu violently. Well done! Su Yu stepped on the foot, brought a gust of wind, and greeted him like a sharp sword. Bang bang bang! Bang bang bang! In the empty field, there were loud noises of fists hitting 12 at the same time. Every fist attack of Manic King Kong was blocked by Su Yu. Bang! This time, the fist of Manic King Kong was still resisted by Su Yu's fist, unable to withstand the force, his huge body could not stand stably, and he leaned backward. Good chance. Naturally, Su Yu would not let go of this opportunity. Flowing water rock-breaking fist. I meditate in my heart. The fist wrapped in armed domineering, with a neighing sound of piercing the air, quickly attacked. Left hook, right hook, straight punch, swing punch, jab. All kinds of dazzling boxing techniques were used by Su Yu in a short period of time. Bang, 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 that tearing fist wind, that extreme speed. It's totally impossible for the naked eye to follow. People could only see black fist winds hitting Manic King Kong rapidly like lightning. Just when everyone in the live broadcast room was stunned, Su Yu had already retracted his fist and left. With Su Yu leaving, Kangdang, Manic King Kong's pagoda-like body fell straight backwards, without breath. Ding, you have successfully killed the C+ level beast Manic King Kong, deduction point plus 4000. Everyone in the live broadcast room was completely stunned. Quote question mark question mark question mark question mark quote. This, what kind of weird boxing speed? What kind of power is this, to be able to confront the fierce beast Manic King Kong? It turns out, Su Yu's boxing is so sharp, so strong. How many secrets are there that we don't know? Everyone was overwhelmed by Su Yu's boxing skills. It is too fast. Although they couldn't see clearly, they could feel that Su Yu's boxing skills seemed very strong, not even inferior to his sword skills. In the cave, there is a golden treasure chest lying safely. This kind of treasure chest opened through the treasure map cannot be taken away, and can only be opened on the spot. This made Su Yu a little uncomfortable. He has become used to secretly opening treasure chests. Opening the treasure chest in front of the public made him a little uncomfortable. Walk slowly to the golden chest. Reach out and open the treasure chest in front of you. Ding, you have successfully opened the golden treasure chest. A golden light directly illuminated the pitch-black cave, and afterward, countless items burst out from the treasure chest. Movie umbrella, gold class. Diamond rope, gold grade. Advanced energy source X5. Alloy fence, gold level. Mechanical lifeform chip blueprint, gold level. Plasma battery blueprint, gold level. Whistleblower robot, gold level. Beast egg incubator, gold level. Intermediate evolution potion X2. Meteorite X80, Chalcedony X150, Agate X90, Alloy X400, Cold Iron X400. After Su Yu opened the golden treasure chest, the barrage in the live broadcast room became lively again. There are also many netizens who came here specially to watch the live broadcast. They all know that Suyu opened the treasure map. Specially came to watch, waiting for the moment to open the golden treasure chest. When people saw the items Suyu offered, they all fell into a state of madness. The tablets in the hands of many staff members have never stopped. They want to document all these things. For example, mechanical life form chip blueprint. When installed for an artificial intelligence robot, it can have human thinking, which is the real core technology. Another example is the blueprint of the plasma battery. A large number of plasma batteries can be produced in batches to solve the problem of electrical energy use in life. Not to mention the rewards of other materials. These things may not be useful in the Wasteland world, but when it comes to the real world, they all have a huge effect. But when they were recording crazily, all the objects in front of me disappeared. They were all put into the system backpack by Suyu. This made them completely unbearable. They sent out various barrages one after another, venting their emotions. But Suyu couldn't see these. At this time, Suyu had already walked out of the cave. Head towards the next treasure map location. An hour and a half later, Suyu appeared in a plane. Guarding the bronze treasure chest as a D-rank beast. With one strike of Suyu's sword, he beheaded him. After packing up the prizes, they rushed towards the camp. At this time, the time has come to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There are still 3 hours until the last night. Suyu must feel back at camp, ready for the 5th night. He knew very well that the 5th night was the scariest night on this level. You must know that during this night, there may be B-level beasts. That is the existence that Suyu dare not underestimate. In the mansion, Suyu is looking at the prizes won this time. He didn't have time to check it because he packed it too hastily. With a quick glance, the reward in the backpack. Suyu's eyes focused on a prop. It was a cabin made of golden metal. Egg incubator. Level. Gold level. Unique feature. Can quickly hatch ferocious giant eggs. What is really missing? The ferocious beast egg in my backpack can finally break its shell. I don't know if it can help me hatch giant eggs. Suyu stared at the egg incubator and muttered to himself. Try it and you'll know. Thinking of this, Suyu directly took out the colorful dome from his backpack. For a moment, the room was filled with golden lights. Bang! Suyu directly put the giant egg into the egg incubator. And take out a primary energy stone to charge it. Ding, you have successfully used the egg incubator and detected the extraordinary nature of this egg. It is estimated that it will take 10 days to hatch successfully. After Suyu charged the egg incubator, a light curtain came into view. In the light curtain, the hatching time of the giant egg and the specific situation of the beast egg are clearly recorded. Sure enough, this is the power of black technology. After feeling a lot, Suyu summoned a sundry robot and told it to take care of the egg incubator all the way, and report to himself in time if there was any situation. Then continue to check this harvest. Those low-level equipment were directly ignored by Suyu. In a short time, Suyu selected several usable props from among them. Movie umbrella, gold class. Durability, 80/80ths. Strength plus 30, defense plus 50, agility plus 20, weight plus 10. Incidental skill, power of thunder. After opening, players can gain the ability of lightning in a short time, duration 1 minute, cooldown time 4 hours. This is an umbrella made of blue metal. It is 3 meters long and can be regarded as a defensive weapon. The irritable thunder element came out from the handle of the umbrella. The reason why Suyu will only take out the weapon. The purpose is to confuse everyone in the live broadcast room. Because after equipping this weapon, you can obtain the power of lightning for a short time, so that you will not reveal your identity as the awakener of the thunder element. Thinking of this, Suyu set his sights on another piece of equipment. It was a long rope made up of countless thin golden threads. Holding it in your hand, you can feel that its material is very soft and tough. Could it be bondage equipment? Thinking of this, Suyu opened the system panel to check. Diamond rope, gold grade. Durability, 80/80ths. Unique feature. It is an extremely powerful binding equipment that can easily bind the enemy. Good guy. It's really a bondage device. After reading the introduction, Suyu couldn't help but shine. This kind of restraint equipment is extremely rare. Swipe, swipe, swipe. The diamond rope in Su Yu's hand, under his control, directly caught the leg of the table. Boom! There was a loud bang. The table legs couldn't bear it, and the binding force of the diamond rope suddenly tightened, and it collapsed on the spot. Interesting. Muttering to himself, Su Yu put the Vajra rope and the film umbrella into the storage ring king. After several fights, Su Yu also found that he underestimated this storage ring. We must know that on the battlefield, everything is ever changing. Any pause may bring danger to oneself. If you open the backpack at that time, it will waste a certain amount of time. With storage rings it is different. With a thought, you can take out what you need. At this point, it has already won the system backpack. Now, all that's left is to upgrade the basic equipment of the camp. Thinking of this, Su Yu took out a few drawings. Alloy fence. Level. Gold level. Fences made of super strength composite, high strength. Enough to resist the footsteps of D-rank beasts. Construction requirements. Alloy X 1500, Chrome Block X 1500, Iron Block X 1500. Flame Fortress. Level. Silver level. When there are enemies around, it will spew out flames to destroy the intruders. Construction requirements. Flintstone X 100, Iron Block X 1000, Iron Tungsten X 1000. These two blueprints were selected by Su Yu from the many blueprints obtained today, and they are the most suitable architectural drawings for welcoming the invasion tonight. The alloy fence can raise the fence defense level of the camp to another level. As for the flame-throwing fortress, it is a purely defensive building. After it is built, when an enemy walks into its range, the flame-throwing fortress will automatically spray out rich flames to protect the camp. Without hesitation, Su Yu has called up the construction page. Prepare to build these drawings. Ding, you consume Alloy X 1500, Chrome Block X 1500, Iron Block X 1500, and successfully built an alloy fence. Ding, you have consumed Flintstone X 100, Iron Block X 1000, Tungsten Iron X 1000, and successfully built a flame-throwing fortress. Bang, bang, bang. In the territory, the sound of construction continued. Outside the mansion, a fence made of alloy was raised, with a height of 4 meters and a thickness of 1 meter, completely surrounding the camp. Bang, accompanied by a loud bang. A metal fortress appeared in the open space of the camp. The faint muzzle exuded a metallic luster, as if it would burst into flames in the next second. At the same time that Su Yu was constructing the building, the players in the entire Wasteland world also took action. They are very clear that as long as they survive tonight, they can get a new life. As long as you can go out, you will become a national hero. Therefore, this night, they will spare no effort to survive. Upgrade camp defense equipment, make traps, and replenish ammunition. At the same time, the people in the real world also turned their eyes back to the Wasteland world. They also know, after this night, many players may die. However, those players who survived will bring a lot of supplies to supplement their own country. Let the whole country get a takeoff. Therefore, they all hope that as many contestants from their own country Qian Nujiao can survive as possible. Of course, there are also people in many countries who also hope that those strong can attack the second layer of the Wasteland world. You must know that the rewards of the second layer are much more than the rewards of the first layer. There are many magical rewards that can be directly realized in one's own country. For example, there is an American player. Once in the world of the second floor, he obtained a piece of Baoyu country. The moment he crushed the jade, the mysterious pagoda above responded, and a wave of spiritual power suddenly descended. Accurately shot into a certain city in the United States. That day, in this city, there are many human beings who have evolved inexplicably and become awakened ones. This established the detached position of the United States in the world. In addition, there are more unknown existences in the Wasteland world, waiting for their tests. Wasteland Fifth Night, also known as, None Survived. As the name suggests, in this night, it is difficult for each player to survive. This time, what they were facing was no longer a huge wave of beasts. It is no longer a powerful beast, but a powerful Lord-level beast led its herd to invade the player's camp. This night, a total of 4 rounds of fierce beasts invaded. When the player successfully resists 4 rounds of invasion, he can successfully survive. and get the qualification to enter the next level or leave this world. The 5th night leaderboard is based on the sum of the time the players killed the beasts. The faster the speed, the higher the ranking. In the mansion, Su Yu is in progress, the final confirmation. He had to make sure that the entire camp was safe. Su Yu knew very well what the 5th night had to face. If you are unlucky, you can spawn a B-level Lord-level beast. In that case, he would be unable to support the camp. At that time, the camp can only rely on the built defense equipment to kill the attacks of the rest of the herd. It would be great if I could use camp capsules. Su Yu was also amused by his own thought. You know, 5th night has a clear rule. When night comes, the player's camp will be bound to the player. In other words, when the player's camp is destroyed, the player's life will also pass by. Total death. That's why Su Yu has been strengthening the defense of the camp. It's all for the preparations for the 5th night. During this night, even a slight mistake would be a fatal existence. After Su Yu made sure that everything was arranged in the camp, this opened the system page. Prepare to upgrade your abilities. At this time, the world channel began to become lively. Many players are sending various messages. Bulwell, it's going to be the 5th night soon, this time I will try my best to be the 3rd. Today, John's injury has recovered. No, Bulwell, relying on his B-level strength, and joining forces with John, can successfully become the number 1. Elizabeth, trash, you have no chance, Su Yu is the strongest man. Ogden, I kept a low profile for 4 full nights. This time, I'm going to have a showdown, and I'm going to show my full strength. Tremble, mortals. Wang Peng, idiot, Boss Su only needs to exist for 1 day. You are a scum. Your name just sounds like a supporting role. Let's survive first, and then continue to dream. In a shelter in the Wasteland world. When Ogden saw Wang Peng's reply, he was so angry that he cursed. This stupid Dragon Country person doesn't know my strength at all. I ranked 6th last night, but I didn't take it seriously, otherwise, it's not sure who is the 1st. Ogden. This time, Ah Sang-guo sent the strongest players. The strength is the same as that of Bulwell, and it is also a B-level powerhouse. He is an awakened thunder element, and his fighting power is far stronger than that of Bulwell. What's the matter, brother? Who made you angry? Frances, who had just walked out of the shelter, couldn't help asking curiously when she saw her elder brother's angry expression. He knows that his big brother is usually not happy with his looks, and he is not angry with his appearance. To be so angry today, something big is bound to happen. I'm not a player from Dragon Country yet, forget it. Ogden looked upright, and Green Francis asked seriously, how is the camp prepared? Don't worry, bro, there's no need to ask BCAI questions. Together tonight, you and I will definitely surpass Su Yu and reach the top of the list. Francis didn't want to talk to her elder brother, and didn't ask too much, and told the details of the camp. Francis. It is also a hidden player of Ah Sang-guo. He is a spiritually awakened person whose strength has reached C+. The reason why they didn't dare to show their full strength before was because they were afraid of being jealous of the players and causing them to join forces to sneak attack. Now, it has come to the 5th night, and all this is gone, the two decided to show their full strength. Successfully climbed to the top on the 5th night, and entered the second world with incomparable glory. There, the regiment was the beginning of their struggle. The other side, the Yebai team is also actively preparing. After the battle last night, all of them suffered casualties. At this time, they are discussing the defensive allocation for tonight. Wang Peng. You are responsible for ensuring the safety of the camp, and don't let it be destroyed by the herd of beasts. Yi Bufin and I will fight against the Lord-level beast. Zuo Wenhao, you are in charge of assisting the defense at the rear. Beside the bonfire, Yi calmly arranged the tasks for each team member. She is very clear that after today, some team members may die completely. However, for the development of the Dragon Kingdom, all these sacrifices are worthwhile. After all, their lives are too insignificant compared to the Dragon Kingdom. When the time came to 6 o'clock, the sky gradually darkened. An announcement appeared in front of all the players. The darkness with no survivors has arrived. A powerful beast is about to come. Perhaps you were lucky and successfully escaped the invasion of the first 4 nights, but after tonight, you will be trampled down by powerful beasts. This night, only the truly strong can survive. Go and fight for the slightest chance of survival. When you get through this night, you will get everything you want." After 3 beeps in a row, the entire Wasteland world was completely darkened. A terrifying pressure began to fill the air. It seems to be able to overwhelm the player. When the players hear the beep, I was shocked. They know. The 5th night has finally come. Whether they can get out alive depends entirely on today. The audience in the real world also stopped their movements at this moment, and all watched the live broadcast in front of them with bated breath. I began to pray in my heart that the players from my country can successfully walk out of the ding. You have consumed 4,800 deduction points and successfully upgraded the white eyes to level 4. Ding. You spent 2,400 deduction points and successfully upgraded the armed domineering color to level 4. Just when Su Yu was upgrading his skills, the game prompt sound also sounded from his head. "Are you here?" While talking to himself, Su Yu walked out of the room calmly. Walked towards the outside of the camp. Now he is ready for everything. Just wait for the beast to attack. The screen of the live broadcast room, after Su Yu walked out, has automatically switched over. Boss Su finally came out. Chong Duck, Su Yu. Tonight, the first place is our dragon countries. Brother Su, come on. If you still come first this time, I will give you a monkey. Everyone in the live broadcast room stared at the black figure in front of the screen with burning eyes. They really want to know what kind of miracle Su Yu will create this time. Ah, puff, puff. At this moment, a terrifying roar came from the forest in the distance. This cry pierced through the clouds above like substance. Blind eyes. Su Yu immediately rolled his eyes and looked towards the source of the sound. After the white eyes have been upgraded, the straight line distance has reached a distance of 2 kilometers. Enough to grasp everything around. Su Yu saw clearly through the white of his eyes. In the forest, there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, with its bloody mouth wide open, coming towards him. This Tyrannosaurus Rex was 15 meters long and 7 meters high. It was covered in scales, and blue electric arcs spewed out from its mouth as it roared. Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Level: Class B. Description: the largest predator in the first layer of the Wasteland world. Sharp teeth and huge bite force can destroy all enemies. Boom, boom, boom. Whenever this lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex takes a step, the ground will tremble and stones will fly randomly. Behind him, Su Yu also saw several small Tyrannosaurus Rex coming towards this side. It's AB rank. Su Yu never expected that his luck would be so bad. Coming up as AB rank beast. Just when Su Yu was feeling emotional, the giant tree blocking the way in the distance has already begun to collapse. The gigantic figure of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex finally appeared in front of everyone. This is the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is the first floor of the Wasteland world, a monster at the ceiling level. Su Yu's luck. In addition to possessing incomparable power, the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex also has the ability of the element of thunder. It can emit the power of thunder and lightning from its mouth to completely wipe out the enemy. In the studio, when Guo Qingfeng saw the huge figure, he immediately recognized its identity. No way, the name of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex is too famous in this world. After regaining his senses, Guo Qingfeng quickly popularized the power of Tyrannosaurus Rex for everyone in the live broadcast room. Under his explanation, everyone also understood the horror of this lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Encountering such a powerful beast at the beginning, I'm afraid Su Yu will be in trouble. Just when everyone was discussing, the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex in the distance has come to Su Yu. Ah! Roar! Opening his bloody mouth, he was about to swallow the villain in front of him. Swipe, brush. Su Yu reacted quickly. When the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex gets close, the opponent's offensive line has been clearly captured. The wind was blowing under the feet, bringing up a phantom. Take the first step, avoiding the bite of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The shadowless sword in his hand sliced through the sky, and with the sound of piercing through the sky, he stabbed towards the thigh of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Boom! It's so hard. His own blow did not pierce the opponent's thigh. The shadowless sword in his hand was like piercing a hard steel plate. After piercing the opponent's outer skin, he could no longer penetrate the slightest bit. Is this a B-rank beast? Interesting. These accidents, instead of panicking Suyu, aroused his desire to fight. The battles in these few days were all instant kills. It has long made Suyu feel a little boring. Now that such a strong opponent appeared, it made him completely boil. Let me see how strong the B-rank beast is. While talking to himself, Suyu's figure suddenly jumped out, like a sharp sword, and shot towards the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. At this moment, the younger brother behind the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex also started to act. A total of 5 small D-level Tyrannosaurus Rex bypassing Su rushed towards his camp. Now Suyu has shifted his focus to the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. He didn't seem to care about the attack of these 5 fierce beasts. He believed that the defense of the camp was strong enough to kill these 5 low-level beasts. Bang bang bang. 5 small tyrannosaurs rushed towards Suyu's camp with big strides. At this moment, anomalies suddenly appeared. I saw the originally dark camp suddenly burst into flames. Shish, shish, shish. Under the control of the robot, the defensive turret fired a series of artillery fire, skimmed the air, and fell towards several fierce beasts. 0. Boom, boom. With a loud bang, countless explosions exploded around several Tyrannosaurus Rex. In the artillery fire, several Tyrannosaurus Rex screamed pitifully, and the aftermath of those bombs was attacking their bodies. Also at this time, in the camp, several laser towers were also activated. The transparent crystal directly above suddenly lights up, like a shining pearl in the dark. Next moment, a series of sharp laser rays shot out from it, shoot towards several fierce beasts. The ground along the road was torn apart, leaving behind a scorched road, and those ferocious beasts had been pierced by the laser light, and fell into the sea of flames. Ding, you successfully killed the D-class Tyrannosaurus Rex, deduction points plus 1000. Ding, you successfully killed the D-class Tyrannosaurus Rex, deduction plus 1000. Ding, you successfully killed the D-class Tyrannosaurus Rex, deduction points plus 1000. Opening square bracket ... closing square bracket. 5 prompts in a row sounded in Suyu's mind. Really, giving the camp to the robots is the right choice. Thinking this way in his heart, Suyu's actions were not slow. Turning over, panning, avoiding the thunder and lightning ejected by the lightning overlord. The fire element in his hand instantly condensed into a sharp spear. Call out. It was thrown forcefully by Suyu, and with the sound of breaking through the air, it shot towards King Lizilu's eyes. After the sound of breaking the air, the fiery red spear stabbed fiercely in the left eye of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Boom! The spear originally inserted into the left eye of the splitting Tyrannosaurus Rex exploded on the spot, turning into a huge flame, burning its face. Ho 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 ho! The left eye of the splitting Tyrannosaurus Rex was injured, and it was so angry that it let out a terrifying roar, and blue arcs spewed out from its nose. However, Suyu didn't give it a chance to react at all. Brush. Directly take out the shadow umbrella from the storage ring, and activate the power of thunder skill. Next moment, squeak, Suyu's hands began to gather, emitting blue electric lights, which quickly condensed into a ball of blue light. Yongwu Thunder Method. Palm Thunder. As Suyu spoke, the lightning ball condensed in his hand carried a terrifying destructive power of 757. It turned into a blue electric light and shot at the head of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Palm Thunder is very fast. After counting interest, it has already arrived in front of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex, and exploded directly on its forehead. Bang bang bang. The figure of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex was forced to retreat, and the beast's face exploded with bloodstains. It's not over yet. With the Palm Thunder issued, roads of blue lightning appeared in front of Suyu. Those thunder and lightning forces gathered more and more, gradually forming a huge thunder group. That dazzling light illuminates the surrounding darkness. Squeak. I saw, in the dazzling thunder group, there was a blue python swimming vaguely, rolling. Crimson Palace Thunder Lightning Python, shoot. Accompanied by Suyu's instructions. The blue giant python in the thunder group suddenly jumped out, opened its bloody mouth, and shot towards the lightning Tyrannosaurus. Accompanied by the shooting of the thunder python, Suyu also moved. Under the blessing of the power of thunder and lightning, Suyu's speed has been greatly improved. Whoosh! After the sound of breaking through the air, Suyu turned into a blue lightning and rushed towards the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Next moment, Suyu has appeared behind the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. The left fist is wrapped by the terrifying thunder element, and the right fist is wrapped by the irritable fire element, like a god descending from the earth. Flowing water rock breaking fist. Between whispers. The fist wrapped in armed color and elemental power crazily hit the huge body in front of him with a hissing sound of piercing through the air. Bang, 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 bang. All kinds of dazzling boxing techniques were all punched out by Suyu in a short time. I saw that the body of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex was dyed a strange color under the attack of Suning's fist. Sometimes blue, sometimes red, sometimes mixed. The power of lightning. The power of flame, through Suyu's fist, was directly transmitted to the chest of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then spread to all parts of the body. It brings various negative effects such as stiffness, paralysis, and destruction. The gigantic figure of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex retreated again and again under Suyu's fierce punches, his mouth constantly roaring unwillingly. All these attacks were completed in an instant. Everyone in the live broadcast room was dumbfounded. In their eyes, the originally powerful B-level beast seemed not so strong anymore. Facing Suyu's fierce offensive, he can only become a huge sandbag, being crushed at will. Is this Suyu's strength? Boss sus boxing skills are so fast. I can't see the number of moves. And what about that blue light, and the thunder serpent? Could it be that Suyu is the Thunder Awakener? How is it possible? Suyu is already a second Awakener, how can he still be awakened 3 times? Stop making trouble. Where's Guo Qingfang? Why don't you get out of here and explain to me what's going on? Under the barrage attack of the crowd, Guo Qingfang woke up from the shock. The horror in his eyes was beyond words. He also couldn't figure out what the power of lightning on Suyu's body was. Could it be that umbrella? He clearly remembered that Suyu only gained the power of thunder and lightning after taking out the umbrella. Is it an equipment skill? It seems that only this can explain the astonishing scene in front of me. After all, no one has ever reached the 3-time awakened since the Wasteland world opened. Not even the genius Suyu can't. At this moment, the blue python has also been killed. The huge body instantly wrapped around the body of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. The huge mouth opened, revealing 2 sharp fangs, which were bitten down fiercely. Squeak. Sufficient power of lightning was released by it. The legs of the splitting Tyrannosaurus Rex went numb, and it fell to its knees. Die. Naturally, Suyu would not let go of this opportunity. The flaming fist of his left hand was raised high. Fire punch. Start directly. The huge flame fist, with violent fluctuations, directly penetrated the head of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex, and flew towards the distance. Boom. After a loud bang. The ground trembled. The huge body of the lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex fell straight backwards, completely out of breath. The blood sprayed from the neck soon dyed the ground red. Ding, you have successfully killed the B-level fierce beast Tyrannosaurus Rex, deduction points plus 12,000. Call. After landing on the ground, Suyu was panting heavily, and bead-sized beads of sweat had already oozed from his forehead. This battle, although the time is very short, but it has consumed a lot of his spiritual and physical strength. He originally thought that using Liushaoyan Shattering Fist, coupled with the Thunder and Lightning Python to assist in defense, would be enough to kill the opponent. Turns out, still not enough. The strength of the splitting Tyrannosaurus Rex is really too strong, and the hard skin is difficult to break through. Only then did he seize the opportunity in the gap, use the Fire Fist, and end the fight. Now, most of the spiritual power in Suyu's body has been consumed. This made him a little uneasy. In the next round, another B-level beast will be refreshed. Inevitably there are variables. If only there was a magical medicine to restore spiritual power. Suddenly, an idea flashed across Suyu's mind. Baizhong cigarettes might be useful. After a golden light, the Baizhong cigarettes have already appeared in Suyu's hands. He quickly took out a cigarette and held it to his mouth. Puff! There is a flame in the middle finger, and the cigarette is lit. While swallowing the clouds, Suyu was surprised to find that the spiritual power in his body was really increasing rapidly. This black technology is really awesome. Along with lighting a cigarette, white mist began to rise behind Suyu. That is a sign of the rapid recovery of spiritual power in the body. Until this cigarette burns out, the live broadcast room became lively again. Don't say that the people of Longguo were shocked. Even those foreign netizens lurking in the dark, those who were going to watch the excitement, were dumbfounded. That's a B-rank monster. The overlord beast on the first floor of the Wasteland world. Say good overlord, that's it. So easily killed by Su Yu. Fuck. Return a layer of overlord. I think it is the overlord. What a waste. Cuckoo cluck cluck. At this moment, a faint sound came from the depths of the ground. Immediately, ripples appeared on the ground, and sharp thorns appeared from under Su Yu's body. Whoosh. So. Next second, Su Yu's figure has disappeared in place. Avoiding these sudden ground thorns, he looked towards the ground. Then I saw several 12 mutated pangolins in the depths of the ground, moving rapidly towards this side. The head is 4 meters long. Its whole body is covered with brown tile-like scales. It has a flat and long tail with a slightly raised back. Its 2 huge front paws can easily break through the soil, blocking the way. Voti pangolin. Grade: C+ level. Description: the darling of the underground, born with the ability to manipulate earth elements. C+ is fine. Seeing that the pangolin's rank was only C+, Su Yu heaved a sigh of relief. If there is another B level, I am afraid it will be another fierce battle. As for this voluntary pangolin, Su Yu understood its characteristics very well. The shell is hard, like a tortoise. Coupled with the disgusting power of the earth element, fighting on this kind of ground is like a fish in water. Others are afraid of you, but I am not afraid. While muttering to himself, Su Yu had already taken out the shadowless sword. Standing in front of him, he waited quietly. Hoo. The originally calm plain began to blow gusts of wind. In this strong wind, there was also a large amount of fine sand and stones mixed in, which blocked Su Yu's vision. Shish. Accompanied by flying sand and rocks, one after another sharp ground thorns struck again. Su Yu seemed to have guessed this result a long time ago. The body began to twist rapidly. Pan, push, tilt, retreat. Perfectly avoided the attacks of these ground thorns. The shadowless sword in his hand was directly inserted into the ground. With the blessing of armed domineering, it directly penetrated a D-rank pangolin. Ding Yu successfully killed the D-class pangolin, deduction point plus 1000. 5 more, falling with the sound. Su Yu's figure disappeared again. Next second, appearing 10 meters away, the shadowless sword in his hand pierced into the ground again. Boom. With the help of the shadowless sword, the fire element crazily rushed into the depths of the ground, directly burning a pangolin into ashes. Ding Yu successfully killed the D-level pangolin, deduction plus 1000. Hi. Su Yu's figure appeared again at the position of another pangolin. The thunder in the palm shot out. Ding Yu successfully killed the D-class pangolin, deduction point plus 1000. There are 3 more. There are 2 heads. There's 1 more. Ding Yu successfully killed the D-class pangolin, deduction point plus 1000. When the last system prompt sounded, deep in the ground, those D-rank pangolins were completely dead. Until then, only 3 minutes had passed. During these 3 minutes, Su Yu relied on his supercilious ability to predict the location where the pangolin would appear in advance, and went further to the location. Easily took their lives. You're the only one left. Holding the shadowless sword, Su Yu looked at the huge figure in the ground with a calm expression. Previously, those small dishes were just tapas, but now, the main course has just arrived. Squeak. Originally in the depths of the ground, the Voldemort pangolin, who was about to sneak attack, found that his younger brothers were all dead. Totally angry, the earth trembles with its rage, cracks, sinks. Immediately, the ground began to crack bottomless gullies. Shushasha. All the details. The hard ground began to become soft, sandified. Those fine sands were tightly attached to Su Yu's body, trying to drag him into the ground. Su Yu naturally understood that all these changes were caused by the prostrate pangolin underground. He hummed softly. The boots under his feet light up instantly, and the teleportation skill is activated directly. Next moment, Su Yu's figure teleported 100 meters away, avoiding the range of the sand. The shadowless sword in his hand plunged straight into the ground. Boom. All I could hear was the sound of thunder exploding from the ground. After counting interest, A large number of flames gushed out of those cracked gullies. The Voldemort pangolin, which was originally hidden deep in the ground, also began to roll continuously under the attack of the flames, trying to extinguish the flames on its body. But it all failed. No matter how hard it struggles, it cannot extinguish the raging flames. This is the effect brought about by Suyu wearing the Hoyan Pearl. The vitality of the flame also becomes stronger and it is difficult to be extinguished. Squeak cheep. The Voldemort pangolin, unable to withstand the attack of the flames, finally emerged from the ground, shouting and rushing towards Suyu. From its point of view, as long as Suyu is killed, the flames on it will automatically dissipate. Finally exposed, Suyu didn't dodge, but instead raised the shadowless sword in his hand to meet him. While running, hot blue flames appeared all over Suyu's body. As Suyu's speed became faster and faster, more and more flames gathered, and Suyu directly transformed into a blue dragon. With endless coercion, he slammed into the Voldemort pangolin. One sword-style wyvern flame. The blue dragon roared past, directly piercing through the hard leather armor of the Voldemort pangolin. Puff, boom, accompanied by harsh explosions. The body of the Volti pangolin was directly divided into two, and the blood in the body shot out for several meters like a fountain. Ding, you have successfully killed the C+ level Voldemort pangolin, deduction point +4000. As the system prompt sounded, the body of the Voldemort pangolin was completely engulfed in blue flames and dissipated. This is too fast. Newbie. In less than 10 minutes, a round was solved. Woohoo, it's a solid night, the number one is definitely Suyu's again. Long live the Dragon Kingdom. Long live Suyu. It's hard to say this time. I heard that a dark horse broke out on Ah-san's side, and the two cooperated, and the killing speed was also very fast. There is still this matter. Wait for the old man to go and check. Go together. In a desert, Ogden is wrestling with a beast. It was a dark cat with strength reaching C+ level. The body is weird and the speed is extremely fast. Meow. After the ear-piercing cry, and Tianmao's figure turned into a black line and rushed towards Ogden. The sharp claws in his hand drew streaks of white light in the dark night, about to cut through Ogden's head. Brother, be careful. Accompanied by the sound, Ri not only bought the strong man to punch first. A gloomy beam of light shot out from both eyes, aiming at the attacking night cat. Meow. The dark night cat was severely injured, its body froze, and it fell directly from midair. The bald man is exactly Francis, and he uses the ability. It's called mental shock. It is a kind of spiritual attack. After hitting the target, it can make the opponent temporarily stunned. Thunder Whip. Naturally, Ogden would not let go of this opportunity. The violent thunder and lightning power in his hand directly manifested into a long blue lightning whip. While whistling, he slashed towards Tianmao. Bang, bang, bang. The electric whip in his hand quickly hit the night cat's body, knocking it into the air for several meters. At the same time, the Yebai team is also fighting against the second round of Fierce Beast Invasion. Icevine. Freeze. Accompanied by a cold voice, a woman with fluttering white hair pressed the ground with both hands. Kacha kacha. After a series of crisp sounds, strips of blue ice tendrils emerged from her hands, and the severe cold air continued to spread to the surroundings, freezing the ground unexpectedly. On the ground, a one-eyed giant wolf directly turned into an ice sculpture. Cut. Accompanied by a sword light, the ice sculpture was completely shattered. On a land full of ravines, a black figure stood quietly. There was indifference in the snow-white eyes. Coming. While talking to himself, Sunning looked into the distance. Then I saw a giant black shadow walking out of the forest. It was a black bear with a body length of 8 meters. The whole body is covered by glossy black long hair, the chin is white, and there is a V-shaped white spot on the chest. After shaking, the giant palm revealed huge footprints on the ground. Fan Lai Black Bear. Level. Class B. Description. Strong body, powerful brute force, extremely high defense power, impenetrable by ordinary weapons. It turned out to be a B-rank beast again. When Guo Qingfeng saw the Fan Lai Black Bear walking out, he couldn't help being shocked. I felt a little uneasy in my heart. With the lessons learned from the past, he naturally knew that Suyu could defeat the B-level beast. But Suyu has already experienced 2 battles. Now, can he still keep up with his physical strength? Can the power of the fire element still have the same power as before? This is what worries him the most. He was afraid that Suyu would lose his strength after 2 battles and eventually die at the hands of this black bear. When everyone in the live broadcast room heard the B-level beast, they all turned their attention to the screen in front of them. Many netizens also released the news that Suyu encountered a B-level beast again. Soon, more and more people poured into Suyu's live broadcast room. They are all here to watch Suyu's battle with the B-rank beast. In the Yonjing meeting room, when the old man confirmed that the black bear that walked out was a B-level beast, the teacup in his hand almost fell to the ground again. Suyu, don't lose. The old man's voice, in the empty room, spread far away. When Suyu saw Fanli's black bear panel, the expression on his face was still so indifferent. Now, his spiritual power has long since recovered, and he is not afraid of fighting B-level beasts at all. Today, he's more worried about problems at his camp. To ensure safety, let's get rid of the small one first. Think like this. Suyu's feet sank, and his whole figure shot out of the doctor like a sharp arrow off the string. In the flurry of wind, the shadowless sword in Suyu's hand spun at high speed. It directly penetrated the head of a black bear. The fireball condensed in the left hand was launched instantly. ... Boom. After the loud noise, another black bear was hit by the fireball and fell to the ground. Ding, you have successfully killed a D-class black bear, deduction point plus 1200. Ding, you have successfully killed a D-class black bear, deduction point plus 1200. After 2 consecutive system prompts. Instead of stopping, Suyu's speed became faster and faster. In the dark, Suyu is like a sharp knife. Whenever white light suddenly appeared in the dark night, then the head of a black bear flew out. Ding, you have successfully killed a D-class black bear, deduction point plus 1200. Ding, you successfully killed a D-class black bear, deduction plus 1200. Opening square bracket ... closing square bracket. 2 minutes later, Suyu's figure stopped at the original position again. It's just, the number of black bears in the distance has changed from 6 to 1. When Fanli Black Bear came back to his senses, only then did I realize that my little Ma's brothers were all lying in a pool of blood. No life. Ah, it was so angry that it opened its mouth wide and howled loudly. A fierce light flashed across its originally black pupils. Boom, boom, boom. The thick limbs exerted strength in an instant, and while the ground trembled, the huge figure rushed towards Suyu violently. Well done. Seeing Fan Li's black bear tongue rushing towards him like a mad dog, Suyu was not surprised but delighted. My heart began to beat fast, and a desire to fight suddenly rose in my heart. Put away the shadowless sword in your hand. With bare hands, meet Fanli Black Bear. Fight. Everyone in the live broadcast room was completely shocked by this scene. No one expected that Su Bao would fight in this way. He actually wanted to fight melee. Give up swordsmanship and choose to fight with Fanli Black Bear. Chapter 91. In the blink of an eye, Suyu had already arrived in front of Fan Li's Black Bear. The black fist brought a fistful wind, and slammed towards Fan Li's Black Bear's head. Kangdang. Dust filled the sky. Fanli Black Bear's head was stressed, not only did not back down, but it aroused its ferocity. Stretching out his front foot, the sharp claws in his hand wrapped around the sound of breaking through the air, and grabbed against Suyu. Suyu backed up and stopped suddenly, avoiding the fatal blow. The arm was instantly wrapped in flames. Fire punch. Next moment, a huge flaming fist with a length of 10 meters just appeared in the air out of thin air, and the scorching high temperature made the surrounding temperature suddenly disappear. With a terrifying sense of suffocation, the fire fist slammed into Fan Li's Black Bear. Boom. Accompanied by a loud noise, the eye-catching red flames tore through the atmosphere and soared into the sky. The red flames all over the sky quickly devoured everything around and spread towards the distance. All objects touched by the flames instantly vanished. Turn the whole earth into a sea of fire. Ah! In the sea of flames, the Fanli Black Bear was roaring angrily, and there was a bloody black hole in its chest, dripping blood continuously. The originally soft hair was also scorched, carbonized in the sea of fire. Under this scorching temperature, the body emits bursts of meaty aroma. Roar. At this time, Family Black Bear has entered a state of madness, and the violent energy in his body has been completely activated. With a roar, he rushed straight out of the sea of flames and rushed towards Suyu violently, with that huge bear paw raised high. Boom! The ground was directly smashed by its bear paw, creating a deep hole. But Suyu's figure had long since disappeared in place. Puff! Puff! Family Heishong snorted twice in dissatisfaction, and began to look for Suyu's figure. Suyu's speed is really too fast. A feint, so that it can't find Suyu's figure at all. I turned around, but I couldn't find Suyu's figure. My wet nose began to sniff the surrounding smell, trying to find Suyu's whereabouts. In flames, Suyu is standing quietly. Let the burning flames wrap his whole body. Receive. With Suyu's voice sounded. A miraculous scene happened. BCFB, those who were burning with flames started to gather towards Suyu. As the flames gather more and more, Suyu's whole body will burst into dazzling red light. As the bright red light came on, Fanlai Heishong came to his senses. It turned out that the human being hid in the sea of fire. No wonder I couldn't smell him. I saw that the sea of flames in the field became smaller and smaller, and they all poured into Suyu's body. When the sea of fire disappears, a fire giant appeared. I saw that the giant was 5 meters high, and its whole body was wrapped in fiery red armor, like a god descending into the world. On the fiery red armor, flame patterns appeared from time to time, which turned out to be made of flames. Everyone in the live broadcast room was completely blown up when they saw this scene. What is this? Mecha transformation. Can you still play like this? 666, Boss Su really has an idea. He turned the flame tool into a giant armor. I don't know if it's convenient to fight. Will it be affected? What are you afraid of? Boss Su dares to do this, he must have his intentions. This flame armor is the product of Su Shou's whim. In Su Yu's imagination, since he can control the flame, he can manifest any weapon. So why not try an armor? That's how this scene came about. I didn't expect it to be really successful. I'll call you Flame Armor from now on. While whispering to himself, Su Bao moved. I saw that the armor on his back actually sprayed out extremely thick flames, pushing his huge body forward. Under this magical acceleration effect, Su Yu's speed has been greatly improved. Call out. A flaming figure cut through the pitch-black night. Came directly in front of Family Black Bear. Under the eyes of the other party in horror. The huge flaming iron fist has been raised high. Flowing water rock-breaking fist. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. The extremely huge fist, with the sound of piercing through the air, violently smashed towards the body of Fan Lai's Black Bear. On the fist condensed by the flames, Suyu also condensed sharp spikes. Make it more lethal. I saw that Suyu's fist turned into a red lightning, and in the dark night, like a series of red meteors, it crazily output to Fanlai's Black Bear. Blood splatters. Flesh and blood fly. Gradually, Fanlai Black Bear has more and more wounds on his body, and more cracks all over his body. Boom. After a loud bang, Fanlai Black Bear's huge body finally couldn't withstand Suyu's fierce attack. It was blown into a meat paste, and the blood scattered in the sky. Ding! Congratulations on successfully killing the B-level Fanlai Black Bear, deduction point plus 9,000. Along with the system prompt, the flame giant also dissipated in the air. The black figure appeared in front of everyone again. Still so chic and handsome. The people of Longguo are completely boiling, sending various barrages in the live broadcast room. Ha ha ha, I knew, Boss Su would definitely win. HMPH. What is a mere B-level monster? Wasn't it killed by the flame giant transformed by Boss Su? One thing to say, that flame giant is so handsome. He can breathe fire and accelerate. Suyu really has a way. Hey, husband is so handsome. I like it so much. Suyu, use your passionate flame to warm my lonely heart. Compared with the celebration of the people of Longguo, people in other countries were shocked by Suyu's strength. And on the idea of Tianma meteor. There are many awakeners when they see the flame giant appear. A new door has been opened for them. Maybe they can also successfully manifest this giant armor like Suyu. At that time, the combat effectiveness will definitely increase a lot. Those awakened ones, when they thought of themselves being transformed into elemental giants, the corners of their mouths were cracked to their noses. In the American Research Institute, a group of scientific researchers in white coats are staring at the huge screen in front of them. On the screen, it was the red giant that Suyu had turned into. At this time, the researchers are trying to analyze the principle of Suyu's creation of the red armor. When they first saw the red giant appear, they were already impressed by him. They know very well that if they can research the same elemental giants, how much combat power can be increased, and when the players enter the Wasteland world, the survival rate can also be greatly improved. Only then did awakeners of different levels be called to test, trying to manifest the same elemental armor. As a result, all failed. It is also a B-level powerhouse, and it is also a fire element awakener. But it can't manifest the flame armor like Suyu. This made them very confused. Why can Suyu manifest armor? The elemental awakeners in his own country can't. Therefore, a temporary team was formed to try to break through this problem. At the same time, all countries began to study the red giant that Suyu appeared. As a result, all failed. No matter what attribute the elemental awakener is, they cannot manifest the armor box. There is no other reason. The armor that manifested was simply too large. Need to consume awakened, too much elemental power. It's not something that ordinary B-rank awakeners can afford. This made them feel a little puzzled. They are also B-level elemental awakeners. Why Suyu can easily manifest the red giant, but they can't? Why is that? Is it because he is the protagonist? Or is it because the method is wrong? Things are not as simple as I imagined. These staff members are full of doubts, and they can't figure it out even if they scratch their heads. In the Wasteland world, Suyu is fighting the fourth round of Fierce Beasts. It was a huge golden beetle. A golden shell, dotted with sporadic fluorescent light spots. Like a giant firefly in the dark night. Gold scarab. Grade: C+ level. The most defensive beast of the beetle class, the shell is extremely hard, and it is good at using wind elements. This golden scarab was very fast. Between the transparent wings and the fan, strong winds were rolled up, and it had already reached the top of Suyu. A green light protruded from the golden giant horn. At the same time, the fluorescent light spots on the golden leather shell also began to emit green beams of light. This is the talent skill of the golden scarab. It can blow a strong tornado, with a wide attack range and strong lethality. Suyu has to be careful, don't get caught in the tornado. When Guo Qingfeng saw the golden scarab appear, he quickly entered the state. Explained its ability to everyone in the live broadcast room. Who would have thought that a sudden change would occur? Suyu never gave Guo Qingfeng a chance to popularize science. I saw that Suyu's whole body was wrapped in a blue light, and he jumped. Breaking away from the ground, he jumped directly into the air, appearing behind the golden scarab. With the shadowless sword in his hand, wrapped in the power of the berserk thunder element, he directly inserted into the golden scarab's body. The left hand quickly condensed the fire element, and in the next second, a huge flaming long sword appeared. Surrounded by violent fire elements, he slashed towards the huge horn in front of the golden scarab's head. Crack! The giant horn of the golden scarab snapped off, and the milky white liquid spilled all over the ground. Squeak! Boom! In the sky above, burst blue arcs, and red sparks. In the sky, under the combined force of the scurrying fire elements and thunder elements, they directly killed the golden scarab and its little brother. Ding, you have successfully hit a C+ level golden scarab, deduction points plus 4000. Ding, you successfully killed the D-class scarab, deduction point plus 1000. Ding, you successfully killed the D-class scarab, deduction point plus 1000. Opening parenthesis ... closing parenthesis. Before the dust cleared, Su Bao's figure was already walking towards the shelter. Guo Qingfeng, who was explaining for the audience, saw all this. His throat seemed to be caught by a pair of giant pliers, and the voice stopped abruptly. Suyu, as expected of you, don't give me a minute. A shot is an instant kill. The current Guo Qingfeng has vaguely guessed the reason why Suyu can use the thunder element. It should be the umbrella he is carrying behind his back, and the thunder attribute characteristics it carries. Because, in his cognition, no one can awaken 3 times. Not even Suyu. The lone Guo people in the live broadcast room didn't care about Guo Qingfeng's expression. After seeing Suyu end the battle so quickly, everyone is cheering and applauding. Ha 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 ha, Boss Su is sure to win this time. I feel like I'm pretty sure. How long did it take to complete the 4 rounds? I think the dark horses of Ah Sang-guo have also finished the 4th round. They are lucky they are all C+ beasts. Hey, if Boss Su encountered all C-level beasts, there would be no suspense tonight. What a pity. No, I believe Su Yu can continue to take the 1st place. The looks on the faces of those foreign netizens were not very good looking. Many of them watched Su Bao's live broadcast. They were all deeply shocked by Su Yu's strength. At the same time, I feel envious that Long Guo can have such a player. It would be nice if Su Yu belonged to our country. Point 0. Of course, this does not include the 3 kingdoms and the United States. Because of their country's players, Bulwell and Ogden's luck is not bad. Did not encounter B-level beasts. Relying on its own powerful strength, the battle was quickly over. Now they are all comparing in their minds, who can be faster than Su Yu among these popular players on the list. After all, it was a night of racing. No one cares whether you will meet a B-level beast or not. As long as you are fast enough, you will be number 1. Time is passing by bit in the anticipation of everyone. When the time came to the wee hours of the morning, the entire Wasteland world fell silent. Those surviving players have already returned to the refuge, waiting for the announcement of the leaderboard of the 5th night. Of course, after tonight, there are also many players who have died under the attack of fierce beasts. In the mansion, Su Yu has already changed into clean clothes. Sitting cross-legged, think about what kind of ability you should deduce. Deduction points. 210,000. The ominous beasts killed tonight get deduction points, plus the remaining before. It directly made his deduction points break through 200,000. There are so many points of deduction, it is time to think about it. Tomorrow will be the end of the 5th night. Naturally, Su Yu will not leave at this time. He wants to continue to break through, to see the world on the 2nd floor, or even the 3rd floor. That's where his battle begins. In a villa in the United States. When Fatty Bai saw the leaderboard in his hand, he rubbed his eyes subconsciously, as if he couldn't believe what he saw. Hum ha 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 ha. Immediately, there was a startling pig cry. In the Longguo meeting room, the old man naturally also received the leaderboard. When looking at the name above, he laughed. This time, there is no suspense. In the luxury villa of the 3 kingdoms, the man in white, after checking the ranking list, the indifferent expression on his face changed instantly, and he tore the list in his hand into pieces. At this moment, the leaders of all countries have received the 5th night race ranking list. I saw above, the 1st place is Su Yu's Tianluo. And the time it takes is far ahead of the time used by the rest of the players. Oh my god, this is impossible. When they see the leaderboard, it was hard to believe what I was seeing. From their perspective, Su Yu is really strong, even surpassing those B-level elemental awakeners. But who would have thought that Su Yu would be able to reach the top of the list even though he was held back by 2 B-level beasts? It's incredible. In the Wasteland world, after the players rested, the world channel became lively again. Bulwell, the number 1 this time must be mine. Ogden, hee, I didn't even say anything. How dare you brag about it? Sai Irfan, I think with Su Yu here, there is no need to argue about the 1st issue, let's discuss it, let's stay tomorrow. Elizabeth, I'm definitely going to try the 2nd floor. After all, that's where it really starts. Antonio, I'm going to attack the 2nd floor, there are things I need. Wang Peng, I really envy you, we came here with a mission, and we cannot enter the 2nd world. When these players survived, they have already thought about where to stay. Those players who are strong, or those who hide extremely deeply, will choose to enter the 2nd floor of the Wasteland world. After all, there are more magical props out there. Not to mention beneficial to the country, even for them, it is a huge opportunity. Any high-level evolution potion has the possibility of giving them a 2nd awakening. Of course, there are also many players who survived by luck and will return to the real world with rich rewards to enjoy the next perfect life. In the mansion, Su Yu was resting his cheeks, thinking about what kind of ability he should deduce. He also knows very little about the information on the 2nd floor of the Wasteland world. What kind of ability should I deduce? Su Yu now has a large number of deduction points, so he can deduce many practical skills. Sure enough, still need to continue to enhance the means of attack. Although Sunning didn't know how many unknown dangers would exist on the second floor of the Wasteland world. But as long as he has enough power, he cannot be afraid of any difficulties. Now, he has mastered the dual elemental abilities of thunder and fire. Only pondering, Su Yu still made a decision. Then deduce the ability of a thunder element. Not only can you deepen your understanding of the thunder element, but also let you fight more. Rachel, Chidori, 60 million volts Brontosaurus. Still, sure enough, you should choose 60 million volts Brontosaurus. It can release a dragon-shaped thunderbolt, which not only has the power of Thunderbolt but also is compatible with the speed of Thunderbolt. Moreover, it is also a huge range attack, which can make up for the shortcomings of Leaf's current lack of output. It is a good choice. Thinking this way, Su Bao has already made a decision. He asked the system, deduce 60 million volts Brontosaurus. How many deduction points are needed? System, ding 60 million volts Brontosaurus is a B+ level ability, and requires 120,000 deduction points. After hearing the system reply, Su Yu was determined. Fortunately, only 120,000 deduction points were needed, which was much lower than he imagined. He thought Thunder Dragon was at least a level ability. In fact, Su Yu was wrong. When the ability reaches a level, it is no longer just a simple increase in power, but has a mysterious ability. Therefore, many powerful abilities are not necessarily high-level abilities. Without hesitation, Yin said to the system, I want to deduce 60 million volts Brontosaurus. Ding, are you sure to spend 120,000 deduction points to deduce 60 million volts Brontosaurus? The system prompt sounded in Su Yu's mind. Confirm. Su Yu nodded affirmatively, remembering the appearance of Thunder Dragon when he appeared in his mind. Boom! There was a roar in his ears, and Su Yu's mind shook. Then he saw a little blue person floating in the sea of consciousness. The villain's hands began to gather the power of thunder and lightning, and under his control, the terrifying thunder clusters gathered more and more. Gradually, the thunder clusters in the villain's hands turned into a giant blue dragon, which roared and fled into the distance. With the help of the system, the master quickly entered the state. Follow the actions of the villain, feel the direction of the thunder element in the body. Shish! Violent blue electric arcs began to gather around Su Yu. Blue arcs scurrying around the room like silver snakes. Time flows slowly. Gradually, the power of lightning around Su Yu gathered more and more, and became stronger and stronger. The entire room was turned into a world of lightning, and those furniture were instantly smashed into pieces by the power of lightning. From the eyes of everyone in the live broadcast room, Su Yu's mansion is surrounded by dazzling blue light, like a blue. What's going on here? What is Boss Su doing? What a fuss. This happened the last 1.1 times. It seems that Mr. Su is practicing. You tell me this is cultivation. Such a big commotion. Yes, Boss Su once again, even the house was burned down. Then what is this blue arc? Could it be that Boss Su is still an awakener of the thunder element? Impossible. Su Yu is already a second awakened person. This should be just like what teacher Guo Qingfeng said, it's just the ability to carry weapons, or maybe Su Yu got the lightning orb. Mastered the power of lightning. Just when everyone was discussing, Su Yu has slowly opened his eyes. The violent thunder and lightning power in the air instantly calmed down. Sucked away by him. Ding, congratulations to the host, successfully deduced 50 million volts Brontosaurus. Ding, congratulations to the host, successfully deduced the first model of the Breath of Thunder, a flash of thunder. This is a new ability Su Yu deduced again after thinking about it. Thunderbolt Flash. Infuse power into 1 foot, and then burst out in one breath, approaching the opponent at high speed like a thunder that tears the air, and then perform an extremely fast assault with a sword drawn at super high speed, killing the enemy with one blow. People. Call. He exhaled lightly. Su Yu slowly opened his eyes, the blue light in his eyes was fleeting. Let me test your abilities. Thunderbolt. With a soft murmur, Su Yu moved. The shadowless sword in his hand brought a blue electric light. Next second, Su Yu's figure appeared outside the room together with the shadowless sword, and the wall behind him broke into two. What a fast sword. It's so strong to draw the sword. Just when Su Yu felt the power of Thunderbolt, a system prompt sounded in his ears. Ding! Congratulations to the host, your repair has successfully reached the initial stage of level 5. Breakthrough. Hearing the reminder sound coming from his ear, Su Yu 12 showed a happy face. He didn't expect that 2 consecutive deduction abilities would allow him to break through. What a surprise! In a moment of thought, opened the system panel for viewing. Host, Su Yu, cultivation level, early stage of the 5th level. Spiritual power, 4,000. Abilities, White Eyes LV4, Breath Breathing LV4, Dugu 9 Swords LV4, Fengxian Fire Art LV4, Yi Jin Jing LV4, Fire Fist LV4, 5 Thunder Correction LV4, 60 million volts Thunder Dragon LV1, Thunderbolt 10 Flashes LV1. Deduction points, 70,000. When Su Yu breaks through to the 5th level, he can upgrade all abilities to the 5th level. Without thinking too much, Su Yu decided to upgrade all abilities to level 5. Only in this way can we ensure that we have enough strength to face the challenges of the second-tier world. Ding Yu spent 600 deduction points and successfully upgraded 60 million volts Brontosaurus to level 2. Ding Yu spent 1200 deduction points and successfully upgraded 60 million volts Brontosaurus to level 3. Ding Yu spent 2400 deduction points and successfully upgraded 60 million volts Brontosaurus to level 4. Opening square bracket, closing square bracket. Just when Su Yu was upgrading his ability, the time has come to 5:15. From this moment on, the originally lively chat channel suddenly became quiet. The live broadcast channel, which was originally full of barrage, gradually decreased, and finally became blank. Everyone held their breath and concentrated, waiting for the arrival of 6 o'clock. Waiting, the 5th night race ranking announced. At the same time, various countries have sent special planes to welcome those heroes who are about to return to the real world. In addition, countries have also sent many powerful awakeners to the bottom of the pagoda, preparing to let them enter the Wasteland world again with the imprint in their hands when the pagoda is opened. That's the fastest way for them to enter the Wasteland world. Otherwise, when the gate is closed, it will have to wait 5 days for it to open again, or wait for it to open automatically after 2 weeks. It's just that when they re-enter the Wasteland world, they will be sent directly to the 2nd floor to challenge. The 1st floor has been completely closed. This is the hardest part. As soon as he entered, he was transported to the 2nd floor world, without any materials and props, even the shelter and equipment had to be rebuilt. Therefore, except for the extremely confident strong, generally few people choose this method. Ordinary people will wait until the Wasteland world is cleared, choose to enter, and start to fight again from the 1st floor. Only this time, various countries felt the crisis because of Su Yu's sudden appearance. That's why they sent a lot of strong men to the Wasteland world, let them compete for opportunities, or find opportunities to kill Su Yu. The Dragon Kingdom naturally also obtained this information. Because it is not sure whether Su Bao will come out. Only then have 2 plans been prepared. If Su Yu doesn't go out of the Wasteland world, they will send strong people into the 2nd layer of the Wasteland world to assist Su Yu. If Su Yu walks out, then everything will be fine. These invisible struggles are not known to the masses. When the time came to 5:30, below the pagoda, on the huge square, a group of people were already standing. Those are the welcome teams from various countries, as well as the strong. They are also looking up at the huge screen, waiting for the arrival of 6 o'clock. Among the crowd, there are several teams dressed as ninjas, so conspicuous. The leading man was staring at Su Yu's screen, muttering to himself. Baga, Su Yu, go to the 2nd floor if you have the guts. I will definitely kill you. Avenge my apprentice. The man is very clear that players who enter the Wasteland world will not be broadcast live, so they can do whatever they want, not to mention that the Wasteland world can kill players at will. When the time came to 6 o'clock, the sun rose slowly, driving away the last trace of darkness. A world announcement appeared in front of all players. The 5th night is over. Congratulations to Dragon Kingdom player, Su Yu, for successfully reaching the top with his strong strength. Given that Su Yu is number 1 for 5 nights in a row. Bonus upgrade. The rewards after the upgrade are as follows. Advanced Resource Gift Pack X20, Advanced Material Supply Pack X20, Super Material Gift Pack X15, Platinum Level Blueprint X2, Platinum Level Equipment Treasure Chest X2, Mysterious Treasure Chest X2, Mysterious Resource Pack X5 Robot Treasure Chest X2. Congratulations to the survivors. Successfully withstood the 5-night invasion. Please make a decision to go or stay before 8 o'clock. After 3 consecutive beeps, each player has a leaderboard above his head. 5th night race ranking. First place. Long Guo contestant, Suyu, time spent, 30 minutes and 28 seconds. Second place. A Sangguo player, Ogden, time spent, 47 minutes and 29 seconds. Third place. American player, Bulwell, time spent, 48 minutes and 40 seconds. Fourth place. Longguo player, Yi Qing, time spent, 50 minutes and 48 seconds. Fifth place. Contestant from Eagle Sauce Country, Elizabeth, time spent, 56 minutes and 40 seconds. Sixth place. Shangguo player, Antonio, time spent, 40 minutes and 50 seconds. Seventh place. After all the players have checked the racing leaderboard, there was a lot of sweat on his forehead. Really? It's Suyu again. Always him. These players feel that Suyu has become their nightmare. Whenever they look at the ranking list, there is always Suyu's position. This feeling is horrible. When Ogden saw the race leaderboard, the power of the elements in the body can't be controlled, and the whole person is cracked. Ah, why is it Suyu again? On the other side, when Bulwell saw his ranking, he was in 3rd place. A stream of blood spewed from the mouth. Sitting on the ground. He didn't expect that he couldn't even compare with a player from the Asan Kingdom. Fact. When the Yabai team watched the racing rankings, they saw that Suyu was still in the 1st place. The team members were all in a carnival. They just knew that Suyu was still that strong. Wang Peng happily performed a backflip. Lying on the grass, he shouted to the sky, "Boss Su! I really have you." Yi Qing, who was on the side, also had shock written all over his face. Suyu, what a terrifying existence. In the mansion. Ding Yu spent 600 deduction points and successfully upgraded Thunderbolt to level 3. Ding Yu spent 1200 deduction points and successfully upgraded Thunderbolt to level 4. Ding Yu spent 2400 deduction points and successfully upgraded Thunderbolt to level 5. Opening square bracket ... closing square bracket. When the system beep ends, Suyu opened his eyes and opened the racing list to check. Really? Suyu smiled when he saw his name was in the 1st place. He knew that no one could shake his position. Only then did he open the backpack. Check out the rewards you got this time. Because he won the 1st place 5 times in a row, the reward tonight will be doubled directly. There are so many, quote exclamation mark quote, or a platinum level treasure chest. Suyu didn't expect that after doubling the reward, even the grade of the treasure chest would be changed. That is a platinum level treasure chest that can only be refreshed on the 2nd floor. This wave has made a lot of money. Sure enough, winning streak is the right choice. After thinking briefly, Suyu decided to open the resource box first. Ding, you have successfully opened the Advanced Resource Gift Pack X20. Obtain, Gold Nugget, Meteorite Ingot, Agate, Alloy, Chrome Ingot, Cold Iron, X2000. Ding, you have successfully opened the Advanced Material Supply Package X20. Acquired, Mom's Brand Dumplings, Grade 6A Steak, Rebi X1600. Ding, you have successfully opened the Premium Material Gift Pack X15. Obtained, Holy Spring Jade, Magic Spar, Millennium Cold Iron, Spring Eye Stone, Golden Nanmu X1500. After the golden light, various props appeared in Suyu's backpack. Suyu didn't even look at these materials, but focused on the rest of the treasure chests. Let's open a few treasure chests first. Think like this. Suyu directly opened all the treasure chests in his backpack. In the next second, streaks of golden light lit up from Suyu's body. Ding, you have successfully opened the Platinum Blueprint Treasure Chest X2, and obtained a blueprint for the martial arts field and a blueprint for the holy water spring. Ding, you have successfully opened the Platinum Level Equipment Treasure Box X2 and obtained Black Flame Dragon Blade Sword Platinum Level Purple Gold Lightning Bead Platinum Level. Ding, you have successfully opened the Robot Treasure Chest X2, obtained the War Robot X1, and the Sentry Robot X1. Put the drawings in your backpack. Su Yu set his sights on two pieces of platinum-level equipment. It was a black sword with complicated Sanskrit characters engraved on the sword body, and a dark flame was ignited from time to time, and the temperature was extremely high. Black Flame Dragon Blade Sword Platinum Level. Durability 150/150. Strength plus 100, Sharpness plus 300, Sensitivity plus 30, Weight plus 30. Accessory skills. Black Flame Wrath. After opening this skill, a black flame sword energy will be slashed, causing damage to enemies within a certain range, and with black flame burning effect. Cooling time, 4 hours. Black Flame Burning, passive effect. When attacking, there is a 15% chance to cause a burning effect on the target's wound, which can burn the enemy's wound. What? It turned out to be a dual-skill weapon. After reading the introduction, Su Yu's eyes brightened. Looks like I'm lucky today. I got a dual-skill weapon, Wying Sword can finally retire. Only then did he set his sights on another piece of equipment. It was a purple bead. The power of lightning flashed inside. Purple Gold Lightning Bead, Gold Grade. Durability 150/150. Unique skill. Power of Lightning. After opening, the player will gain the power of lightning within 3 minutes and master the power of the element of thunder. Cooling time, 2 hours. This is good. With it, I finally don't have to carry that broken umbrella anymore. Without hesitation, Su Yu directly put the Purple Gold Lightning Pearl and the Fire Flame Pearl together and put them on. Only then did he set his sights on the only two prizes left in the backpack. Mysterious Treasure Chest. From the treasure chest, you can designate a piece of equipment as a reward. Mysterious Resource Pack. You can specify a resource as a reward from the treasure chest. Su Yu naturally knew the function of this treasure chest. You can choose the equipment or resources you want from the treasure chest at will. Of Lee's, this is an extremely perverted gift bag. As for the mysterious resource pack, Su Yu directly put it in his backpack. This kind of thing should not be opened until the materials are needed. Focus on the mysterious treasure chest. Ding, you have successfully opened the mysterious treasure chest. As the prompt sounded in, a huge light curtain appeared in front of Su Yu's eyes. In the light curtain, equipment is densely arranged one after another. Su Yu only felt that he was dazzled by the complicated introductions one by one. These equipment range from bronze all the way to platinum, any type, as long as you can think of, there are all. What a huge surprise. While sighing, Su Yu quickly glanced at the equipment. Finally, he set his sights on a black cloak. Dark cloak, interesting. It's just you. Dark cloak platinum level. Durability 150/150. Unique feature. It can only be used at night. After being equipped, the player's figure can be hidden in the live broadcast room. Conceal this effect. That's why Su Yu took a fancy to it. As long as the dark cloak is equipped, everyone in the live broadcast room will not be able to find himself. That is, the screen in the live broadcast room is still switched to the perspective of the shelter, and will not track yourself. This is simply a god-level skill. Used together with teleportation skills, you can get out of the control of the live broadcast room and do what you want. Su Yu directly put the cloak of darkness into the storage ring. Then he walked out of the room. With the appearance of Su Yu, the screen in the live broadcast room has been automatically switched, and the barrage has become lively again. 6666, Boss Su is finally up. Number 1. We are number 1. Boss Su is amazing. 5 consecutive championships are awesome. I'm going to see Boss Su in person soon, I'm so nervous. Huh, who told you that Boss Su is leaving the Wasteland world? All join. Isn't Boss Su coming out? Driven by this barrage, everyone came to their senses. They don't seem to know about Su Yu's choice. He just wanted to walk out, or enter the second floor of the Wasteland world. This topic instantly became a trending topic. It has become the question that everyone wants to know the most. Conservative people think that Su Yu can come out, after all, he carries so much material, and the second-tier world is so dangerous. There is no guarantee that Su Yu will not have problems. Radical people think that Su Yu should continue to walk. After all, the materials and blueprints on the second floor are much more precious than those on the first floor, plus those magical props. Su Yu is unaware of the hot discussion outside. At this time, he was about to open the chat channel to check. Just 1 o'clock. Then countless private chat channels popped up. Wong Peng. Boss Sue. Are you going out? Catch up tomorrow and I'll buy you a drink. Elizabeth. Husband. Why don't you add me as a friend? Bulwell. Sue you. Come to the second floor if you have the guts. Let's compete again. Ogden. Sue you. Next time, I will win. After Sue Yu quickly scanned the news, he clicked on the World Channel. At this time, there are 258 contestants online on the World Channel. This also means that 2,274 players have died. Not to mention that there are many awakened players among these dead players. What a terrible death rate. The World Channel at this time was extremely lively. Ogden. At Sue Yu, coward. How dare you not reply to me? Wong Peng. Hee, sand sculpture. You deserve it too. Bulwell. At Sue Yu. Be a man, come to the second world. Our battle has just begun. Elizabeth. A bunch of idiots, Sue Yu deserves you. John. At Sue Yu. Did you freak out? Why don't you dare speak out? Hey, it's just a few times you won the first place, so you want to leave like this. Looking at these messages, Sue Yu didn't want to reply at first, but for some reason, he couldn't control his body. A message was sent. Sue Yu. Good, simple. But domineering response, directly silence the World Channel. This is the first time they saw Sue Yu's reply. For some reason, all the contestants felt a chill down their spines, as if they were being targeted by something terrifying. The originally arrogant face disappeared in an instant. Wong Peng didn't care about these, after seeing Sue Yu's reply. The whole person seemed to see a golden treasure chest, and shouted to his teammates who were packing up their belongings and preparing to leave. Sue, Boss Sue, he actually replied. When Sue Yu's name was called out, everyone who was packing up their things, their hands moved BCDI paused. The initial actions were the same, and they all opened the chat channel to check. No, this time, Sue Yu sent out the word, good, but the back was still empty, and no message was sent. When the Yebai team saw the words, good, for some reason, it was collectively silenced. When Sue Yu sent the message, the chat channel was immediately closed. Click on the trading bank, and take out the materials exchanged for the sold fresh water. Ding, you get, gold x 30,000, stone x 40,000, wood x 50,000, fine sand x 40,000, stone x 50,000, work. These countless materials directly filled Sue Yu's backpack. Time to go. Sue Yu looked back at the scene behind him. Facing the light curtain in the upper left corner, he made a choice. Ding, are you sure you want to enter the second floor of the Wasteland world? Sure. When Sue Yu chose OK, the mark in his hand suddenly lit up. It turned into a beam of light, covering him and the camp behind him. In the next second, Sue Yu's figure disappeared in place. Welcome to the second floor of the Wasteland world. Contestants, please determine the location of the camp as soon as possible and build it. After dark, please don't go out casually, otherwise you will encounter terrible monsters. Good luck. After the light beam, Sue Yu has appeared in another space. As the camera in the live broadcast room faded, Sue Yu's figure reappeared in the distance of the live broadcast. Everyone understood. It turned out that Sue Yu decided to continue walking. Is this really reasonable? Is this the right choice? They don't know, the people of Long Kingdom don't know, and other foreigners don't know either. But the people of Longguo hope that Sue Yu can continue his glory and sing with victory all the way. Hoo hoo hoo, hoo hoo. In the yellow sand all over the sky, a figure of the sun is standing upright. Sue Yu's current location turned out to be a desert world. At a glance, there are monotonous yellow everywhere, without a trace of green, and without any vitality. Between the howling wind, tiny scorpions emerged from the sand, moving silently towards the figure in front of them. Boom! After the sky full of fire. These scorpions directly became coke and melted into the strong wind. Ding! You successfully killed the F-class desert scorpion, deduction point plus 200. Ding! You successfully killed the F-class desert scorpion, deduction point plus 200. Ding! You successfully killed the F-class desert scorpion, deduction point plus 200. When Sue Yu entered the second floor of the Wasteland world, the square under the mysterious pagoda is also surrounded by golden lights. When the golden light dissipated, a disheartened contestant, came out. When they saw the sunlight outside and breathed the fresh air again, they all showed a sense of relief on their faces. Immediately erupted the cheers of the day, week, day. It turns out, they are really still alive. This is not a dream. Immediately, golden light beams lit up from them, turning all their rewards into golden light beams, which shot into their own country. Those are the rewards they received this time. With the help of the mysterious pagoda, it directly manifested in the country represented by the contestant. In the next moment, there are several mines, oil fields, energy stones, fresh water in various countries, plus those magical blueprints. The people of the country are cheering and thanking all this for coming. Among these people, the people belonging to the Dragon Kingdom are the most excited. Because of Dragon Kingdom, the rewards obtained this time are the most. All thanks to Su Yu. Before Su Yu entered the second floor of the Wasteland world, he had already mailed the materials and drawings he didn't need to Wang Peng, and let him bring them out to the real world for realization. Therefore, when Wang Peng walked out of the Wasteland world, it was the beam of light that emanated from him that was the most dazzling. The formed beam of light is far more substantial and thicker than the beams of other contestants. It directly illuminates all cities in the Dragon Kingdom. At this time, the Dragon Kingdom has turned into a golden country, and it is undergoing drastic changes. The originally dry lake was filled instantly, and the dilapidated mines were also restored too. Not to mention, those blueprints that Su Yu provided are all real black technologies in the Wasteland world. All these changes have made people in other countries envious, thinking to themselves, Su Yu, if only our country's players. Perhaps, it's time for me to settle down in Dragon Country. After welcoming the teams from all over the world and giving them a warm welcome, these players, like soldiers returning in triumph, boarded the special plane. On the Longguo plane, the first thing the Yebai team did after boarding the plane, just turn on the screen, watch Su Yu's live broadcast, and want to see his true strength. At the same time, the player who was staying in the square, he acted. Everyone looked up at the sky, and a light curtain flashed from the imprint in their hands, wrapping it. Next second, these people disappeared in place. Entered the second layer of the Wasteland world. These re-entrant players were added to the 168 players who entered the scrapped December. At this time, there are 487 players on the second floor of the Wasteland world. In the Longguo meeting room, the old man naturally learned about the changes in the country. The smile couldn't stop on his face. The harvest this time is far more than the previous Wasteland worlds, enough to reverse the situation of Dragon Kingdom and make it take off. At the same time, the old man also learned that Su Yu had entered the second-tier world, and the fist under his sleeve was clenched instantly. Su Yu, keep winning. In the conference room of Longguo, several high-level executives also watched the live broadcast in front of the screen. He turned a deaf ear to the changes in the Dragon Kingdom. This time, they sent a lot of strong men from Longguo, in addition to obtaining materials. There is a more important task. It is to find an opportunity to kill Su Yu and compete for his resources. You know, the materials that Su Yu sent were only a few. The truly precious materials are still in his backpack. As long as he can successfully kill Su Yu, Longguo will definitely take off. At the same time, in addition to checking the changes in their own countries, all countries also refocused their attention on the live broadcast. When seeing a strong man from his own country enter the Wasteland world, the higher-ups all smiled knowingly. The game has only just begun, so what if I let you Dragon Kingdom take a step forward? Let's wait and see. In the desert, there is a figure running in a hurry. It was Su Yu. At this time, he was looking for a place to place a shelter. Hey, if only the mount could be summoned. Su Yu murmured to himself while the wind was running like lightning. He knew that his idea would not work. Because the second floor of the Wasteland, the player's refuge is a fixed point. That is, after the shelter is built, it cannot be moved again, and it cannot be destroyed. Because the life of the players, and even the country behind them, will be connected with the refuge. One prospers all, one loses all. Therefore, in order to ensure safety, many players will first find a dangerous place, and then call out the shelter. Think like this. Su Yu stepped faster and disappeared into the wild sand. Half an hour later, in a valley with lush vegetation, There is a figure standing on an open space. Ding, are you sure to place a shelter here? Remember, once you place it, it cannot be changed. Su Yu nodded and pressed OK. Scrub. After 2 white lights, Su Yu's mansion appeared in the open space between the valleys. In the campsite, there was an extra white crystal floating in midair, emitting a faint light. This is the special waste soil spar on the 2nd floor of the waste soil. Wasteland crystal. Life point. 500 500ths. The task of the contestants during these 5 days, in addition to surviving, is also to protect the spar from damage. When the spar's health drops to 0, the player's life will also die. Besides, there is also a small wormhole inside the spar. When a beast or monster enters the spar, they will manifest in the real world in multiples. For example, once the crystal stone of a Languo player was invaded by several D-level beasts. On the same day, several times the number of D-rank ferocious beasts descended from the territory of Languo, causing chaos everywhere and killing many humans. Another example, in the territory of the United States, several sea-level golden eagles once descended, and the giant wings flapped, directly destroying houses, buildings. Although the appearance of these ferocious beasts, the country that reacted quickly, shocked and killed them. However, it also caused panic, and some unavoidable losses. Not to mention, for those newcomers to the 2nd floor of the Wasteland, all actions will not be broadcast live. This makes it impossible for the outside high-level executives to grasp the situation of the players in the first place. If the crystals of those players are invaded by ferocious beasts, none of them could react right away. This is what scares them the most. Accompanied by the successful construction of the camp, several robots in the room flashed red lights and walked out first, saying hello to Su Yu. Su Yu nodded in response. Go straight to the gold-level taming farm. At this time, in the animal training ground, the magic glass golden eagle is standing on the top of a tree and resting with its eyes closed. After a night of domestication, the Wanli golden eagle has appointed Su Yu as its master. I saw Su Yu approaching. The Wanli golden eagle opened its golden eyes. While flapping its wings, it flew close to Su Yu, stretched out its huge head, and rubbed against Su Yu's body. Eat it. After confirming that the other party has been successfully domesticated, Su Yu felt relieved. From the backpack, he took out some C-rank snake meat and threw it to the Wanli golden eagle and flame red tiger. Only then did he enter the shelter. He clearly remembered, 6-7-0, that he still had 2 blueprints for yesterday's reward, which needed to be built. It's better to build it while you have time. In the afternoon, take the magic glass golden eagle to explore the surrounding environment. Now, after sending out unnecessary materials, the backpack finally frees up a lot of space. In a short time, he found those 2 blueprints. Martial arts field platinum level. The venue for the players to practice martial arts is difficult to be destroyed. Besides, practicing in this venue can improve a certain amount of emotion. Construction requirements. Alloy X 3000, Steel X 3000, Cold Iron X 1000, Concrete X 4000. Holy water spring platinum level. It can produce a steady stream of holy spring water, which can be drunk directly. After drinking, it can restore the player's physical strength and slowly improve the player's physical fitness. Construction requirements. Holy Spring Jade X 1000, Spring Ice Stone X 1000, Soil X 4000, Millennium Cold Iron X 100. Su was naturally very satisfied with these 2 blueprints. The training ground is the most suitable for him. You need to know every time you deduce or practice. My own room is always destroyed, and needs to be repaired and renovated every time. Now, with it, you don't have to worry about this kind of thing happening anymore. As for the holy water spring, perhaps it is extremely beneficial to other players. But for the current Su Yu, it's just about recovering spiritual power. As for enhancing physical fitness, it is the same as the effect of high-grade ferocious beast meat. The effect on Su Yu has been negligible. Build first. Thinking in this way, Su Yu called up the operation interface and built it. Ding, you consume Alloy X 3000, Steel X 3000, Cold Iron X 1000, Concrete X 4000. Successfully built the training ground. Ding, you consume Holy Spring Jade X 1000, Spring Ice Stone X 1000, Soil X 4000, Millennium Cold Iron X 100, and successfully build the Holy Water Spring. Ding, you consume stone x 1000, soil x 1000, fine sand x 1000. Successfully build a large water pool. Construction sounds continued to be heard in the shelter. A few minutes later, a water pool with a diameter of 6 meters appeared in the camp. When the holy water spring is put into the pool, a miraculous scene happened. Numerous tiny water bubbles emerged from its surface, and gradually, the water bubbles turned into a trickle of spring water flowing out slowly, and began to spread to the entire pool. After a while, a pool of crystal clear holy spring water appeared. Also at this time, a training ground also quietly appeared in the open space of the camp. Covering an area of several meters, various fitness equipment are placed inside, and the hard walls are made of special materials. Looking at the extra buildings in the camp, Suyu didn't forget to put fresh water and meat pieces into the trading house for sale. Of course, those high-level pieces of meat and holy spring water will definitely not be sold. Suyu would not be so stupid as to give players from other countries a chance to increase their strength. At the same time, some countries are also set as non-tradable targets. After a hearty lunch, Suyu came to the beast-taming field and beckoned at the magic glass golden eagle in the field. Quote exclamation mark dot 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 quote. Wanli Jindiao is very smart, and easily understands the master's meaning. With a cry, he flapped his wings and flew directly into the air. The golden feather, under the sunlight, emits dazzling brilliance, and looks like a small sun from a distance. Shish! Suyu jumped up, jumped directly to the back of the Wanli golden eagle, and flew towards the distance. After seeing all this in the live broadcast room, everyone was envious. Woo! I really envy Mr. Su's life. Eating delicious food, living in a mansion, and riding a golden eagle. This is survival in the wasteland. This gap, other players either travel on foot or rely on chariots. You are looking at Mr. Su. A tiger and a golden eagle are simply invincible. Don't forget, Suyu also has a pet egg, and I don't know what it can hatch. If you don't tell me, I'll forget about it. I don't know, what would it be like to ride on a golden eagle? It should be very cool, right? Hey, husband looks so handsome standing on the golden eagle. It's not bad. It's almost 1/10 of the reader's father. At this time, Suyu standing on the golden sculpture, with his sleeves and hair fluttering freely in the wind. Like a fairy descending to earth, with a sense of freedom and ease. Today, he finally understood what it means to look at the small mountains. Look up, you can have a panoramic view of everything. Plus the effect of white eyes. Any disturbance on the ground could not escape his eyes. This feeling is incredible. 5.7. Ho ho, right now. In the forest in the distance, there were two roars that shook the sky. Then, the ground trembled, and a huge cloud of dust exploded from the forest in the distance. Wanli Golden Eagle, go over there and have a look. Suyu patted the head of Wanli Golden Eagle, and ordered to it. Crazy. The Wanli Golden Eagle let out a long cry, and the speed became even faster. The scene in front of Suyu's eyes, like a phantom, quickly passed by. After a while, we arrived at the point of occurrence. The speed of this magic glass golden eagle is really fast. I made the right choice. With emotion, Suyu looked down. Then I saw huge figures on both sides, fighting and fighting. Huh, there all be ranks. I saw the forest below. There are two huge ferocious beasts fighting and killing each other. One of them was a giant one-eyed wolf, spit out streams of black mist continuously, and the surrounding vegetation began to wither in an instant. On the other end was a silver ape whose head was half as high as the mountain. Under the bombardment of both fists, the ground trembled. Suyu didn't expect that he would encounter a B-level beast so soon. Once or twice. These are tens of thousands of deduction points. Of course he won't let it go. With the only force on both feet, the Wanli Golden Eagle was urged to descend a little distance. At this moment, the battle in the arena continued. The silver ape punched the one-eyed wolf directly into the forest a few meters away. Immediately, two dazzling red lights shot out from the eyes, shooting at the one-eyed wolf. Boom boom boom. After the huge explosion, a big bloody hole was punched out in the chest of one-eyed wolf. The blood flowed out slowly like a stream, and soon dyed the ground red. Ah! The silver ape slapped his chest fiercely with both fists, venting his strength. With a big footstep, after the earth sank, the silver ape jumped up 12 times, and rushed towards the fallen one-eyed wolf. The giant fist in the hand brought a gust of wind. In the studio, Guo Qingfeng naturally also saw these two fierce beasts, and popularized science for everyone. This silver ape, named Silverback Red Ape, has amazing strength, is good at fighting, and its eyes can shoot lasers. It is a super beast. The one-eyed wolf that has fallen is called the Lone Shadow Wolf. It is as fast as lightning and is good at poisonous mist attacks. It is also a B-level beast. I didn't expect that there would be two B-level beasts fighting. I guess they are fighting for territory, otherwise the same B-level beasts would not fight together. I feel that Su Yu should hurry up and leave the battlefield. After all, the strength of these two beasts is extraordinary. Just when Guo Qingfeng was explaining to everyone, Su Yu already knew why the two fierce beasts fought together. The line of sight, passing through the bodies of the two ferocious beasts, there is a small black flower in the distance, which is quietly planted on the ground, and the dazzling sunlight cannot pass through its petals. Treasures of heaven and earth. When I saw the little flower for the first time, Su Yu felt that his eyes were attracted by it. These 4 words popped up automatically in my mind. I want this little flower. I want the monster too. Boom. Amidst the loud noise, the iron fist of the silver-backed red ape hit the head of the lone dark wolf fiercely. The earth trembled, stones flew, giant trees flew upside down. The head of the lone shadow wolf has been smashed and gradually deformed, the black blood is flowing out, and the surrounding vegetation is also corroded. Su Yu knew that if he didn't make a move, the lone shadow wolf would die. Death, also die in my hands. Talk off. Su Yu jumped high from the back of the Wanli golden eagle. Wrapped in flames, it fell rapidly and looked from a distance like a flaming meteor, piercing the sky. Everyone in the live broadcast room was stunned. They thought that Su Yu was just watching a show. Who would have thought that he would dare to make a move? That is a B-level beast, the existence that ordinary players should avoid, but Su Yu actually wants to face the difficulty. Really crazy. At the same time, the Yebai team on the plane also looked at the screen in front of them dumbfounded. Su Yu, usually, are you always this rigid? This is the only thought of the team members. Accompanied by inertia, Su Yu's descending speed became faster and faster. I saw Su Yu standing the black flame dragon blade in front of him. Wrath of the black flame. Swipe, brush, a crescent-shaped black sword light pierced the sky, carrying the blazing heat of the black flame, and directly chopped off the head of the lone shadow wolf. Brush. After the black light landed, a huge head flew several meters away, and black blood soared. Ding, you successfully killed the B-level lone shadow wolf, deduction point plus 10000. Ho 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 ho. Boom boom boom. Accompanied by the angry roar of the silver ape, Su Yu finally landed. A flash of thunder. The silver ape was not given a chance to react at all. After Su Yu landed, he spread the power of lightning all over his body, stepped on his feet hard, and approached the silver ape at high speed like thunder that tore through the air. Stab, stab. After a blue electric light, Su Yu's figure carried a tinge of blue, and had passed through the body of the silver ape. There was a streak of blood in the black flame dragon blade sword in his hand. Boom. The head of the silver ape also fell to the ground on the spot, and the tower-like body fell into a pool of blood. Ding, you successfully killed the B-level silver ape, deduction point plus 10000. Isn't this too fast? It's only been a few seconds since Boss Su landed. 2 B-level beasts died. That's a B-level beast. It's not baby food. Too fast. My eyes were still on the lone shadow wolf. As a result, the silver ape died too. Could it be that 287 is because the two fierce beasts have just fought and are not strong enough? That's the only way to explain it. At the same time, on the plane preparing to fly back to Longguo. Bang bang bang. The sound of objects falling to the ground sounded one after another. The entire luxurious cabin was silent. Several members of the Yebai team seemed to be dazed. He didn't even bother to pick up the phone that fell on the ground. The eyes are no longer terrified, but lost. They overestimated Su Yu's strength time and time again. Turns out, they still underestimated Su Yu's strength. This time Su Yu taught them a hard lesson again. It can be so strong. Is this Su Yu's strength? Wang Peng grabbed the assistant behind him and asked him. Yes, 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 Brother Peng. Just lighten up. My neck is very fragile. Su Yu killed 2B level beasts last night, the night before. The assistant quickly put Su Yu's performance in the past few days, and he liked it day by day. Everyone clearly understood Su Yu's strength. It turned out that he was so strong. It turned out that we still underestimated him. He is such a scary being. Ding, you get the fur of the silver-backed red ape X500, the meat of the silver-backed red ape X1000, the heart of the silver-backed red ape X1. Ding, you get the lone wolf fur X400, lone wolf meat X900, lone fangs X5. After all the two beasts were dealt with, Su Yu walked forward. Now he just wants to know the identity of that little black flower. The figure quickly swept across the battlefield, towards Xiaohua practicing medicine. The closer you get to the little black flower, the more you can feel a hint of mystery. This little flower must be extraordinary. Out of caution, Su Yu didn't pick it up directly, but instead opened the property panel to check it. Black gold remote, platinum grade medicinal materials. Effect. It is one of the main ingredients for making Shiquan Dabu Dan. Taking it alone, it can wash the marrow, expand the meridians, and obtain a great improvement. Preservation method. It needs to be stored in jade-like containers. Is this a treasure of heaven and earth? My mother, Su Yu is really lucky. Could it be the dog author again, who wrote it on a whim? I see, no wonder the two fierce beasts fought because of this little flower. I don't know what grade of heaven, material and earth treasure this is, and what kind of effect it has. Where is Guo Qingfeng? Climb out for me. Yeah, old Guo, let's talk about it. Under the urging of everyone, Guo Qingfeng also started to explain. This thing is called He Jinyao, and it is a platinum-grade medicinal material. Its main function is to activate the muscles and bones, and strengthen the body. However, the medicinal effect is so strong that ordinary people cannot take it. I suggest Su Yu not to try it lightly. I saw Su Yu took out a piece of jade from the backpack, and his fingers turned into a flaming knife. Soon, a small jade box was carved out by Su Yu. After taking He Jinyao off, he put it directly into the jade box. After a golden light, the jade box was directly put into the storage space by Su Yu. Waving to the air, summoning the magic glass golden eagle. With a jump, it floated on the Wanli golden eagle's broad back, and fled towards the distance. On the second floor of the wasteland, find the Lord of the Plains. There is a team of people actively building the shelter. They are the ninja team sent by Langguo. There are 15 members of the team. The short man in the lead is named Richuan Gangban. He is a master of swordsmanship in Langguo. Also a body awakener. After taking the evolution potion, his eyes mutated and he could slow down others. Coupled with his own unsolvable swordsmanship, he has killed several sea-level beasts in a row. At this time, Richuan Gangban was looking up at the sun, muttering to himself. Su Yu, your death is coming soon. I will definitely avenge my apprentice. And its apprentice was Yumagawa Niku, who was beheaded by Su Yu. At the same time, those players who entered the Wasteland world halfway, after finding their teammates. They are actively building shelters. These players, far better than others, understand the horror of the second floor of the Wasteland world. If there are fewer mistakes, they may die, not to mention the spar behind them, which can also embody fierce beasts into reality. Half an hour later, Su Yu has returned to the shelter. After storing the meat in the cellar for preservation, he did not forget to take out a few caddies of high-level beast meat and reward it to the Wanli Golden Eagle. After Su Yu entered the mansion, he went directly to the training ground and sat cross-legged. Then he took out He Jinyao and looked at it carefully. In the jade box, there is a dark flower lying quietly. Su Yu, at this time, I was thinking about whether I should take this black gold flower. After calling, he naturally knew. He Jinyao's medicinal power is so strong that ordinary people cannot bear its medicinal effect. But am I an ordinary person? While muttering to himself, Su Yu directly opened the jade box and took out the black gold inside. To be swallowed on the spot. At this moment, a magical scene appeared. I saw that Su Yu was just about to send He Jinyao into his mouth. He Jinyao directly turned into a red light, poured into Su Yu's mouth, and moved towards the abdomen. Puff puff. Streams of strong gas began to spurt out from Suyu's body. Suyu only felt that he was in a huge furnace, and his body felt more and more hot. It's like strands of flames constantly flowing around their own meridians, rotating. Gradually, his body became more and more swollen, and the clothes that were close to him had long been burst, like a balloon. Boom, crack, crack. As the effect of the medicine penetrated into the limbs and bones, the fire element and thunder element that had stayed in Suyu's physical strength were released uncontrollably. Roar, ah! As time went by, the power of the two elements actually manifested. The fire elemental body turned into a giant tiger covered in flames, and the thunder elemental body turned into a thunder dragon with teeth and claws. Both beasts stood behind Suyu and roared, with a little bit of elemental fluctuation, as if they wanted to tear everything down. The sky-shattering sound echoed throughout the training ground. 10 minutes later, Bao was still like a balloon. 20 minutes later, Suyu's body began to shrink. 30 minutes. When the time comes 1 hour later, Suyu's body finally returned to its original state, and the strong good power in his body had already been sucked away by him. The cultivation base that had been stagnant has also taken a small step forward. Phew, it's too difficult to break through now. With such a strong medicinal effect, it only increases one's cultivation by such a small amount. While muttering to himself, Suyu opened his eyes. After getting up, he punched the air, feeling the changes in his body. After this time, his strength and fitness have grown stronger. The current Suyu has already reached the strength of a B-level beast just by relying on his body. If you use it together with the armed color domineering, the power is unimaginable. Boom! With a loud noise, the steel equipment in front of Suyu was directly pierced by him. This isn't hard. Just when Suyu was about to try again, a system prompt sounded in his mind. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.